Hello. Yes, I'm wearing cat ears. Just got out of the shower. Got my tea. Just my little cat ears. That's right. Now, normally, I would say to people, I'm not wearing a hat. So that's why I've just washed my hair. I need to get a haircut. Obviously, the lockdown ceased and whatnot. So yeah, just delete this one. Right. Nice cat ears. Right. Hello, everyone. Yes, we're all good. Yeah, I've got my cat ears on. So like my hair. Yes. Yeah. So all good. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but this week, obviously, a lot of people got back to work on Wednesday. Yeah, it's been a mad week. Restaurant's been buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Obviously, today's Sunday, so I was in work today doing Sunday roasts for the day. Obviously, posh VIP ones, no Xbox 360 Saturdays. What's this? Can you send me a link again, mate? Not showing on my tablet. Oh, have I taken the link down wrong? 1 minute, gentlemen. I did rush it a little bit. Give me 1 second, just to talk amongst yourselves while I sort this little issue out. So, this is the problem, because I finished work just after 7. By the time I got in and got myself together, it was time pretty much to get going on here. So, bear with me. So, if you don't know what we do on the swap shop, I'm going to give you a quick rundown for some people that are new and old. Basically, the long and short of it is people can come on and they can show live, if they wish, what games they have to let go to trade and whatnot. Trade with people in the comments, or we can trade with people live if they want to come on and see it. What is this? E8 4G 8U 8UV. Right, I'll try again. So yeah, so basically, let me just send this to the viewer. So yeah, so long and short of it, trading between tubers. We used to do this back in the day. I remember when I first started doing YouTube, I would see someone do a trades video. I can't believe I've got my ears on. These are my daughter's ears, by the way. Rob, try that link now, mate. Let me know if that's okay. And then I'll just go through the chats with people. Won't be till later. All right, that's fine. So let me send this again. I'm sending this all to the people that I spoke to already. Where are we? So yeah, that's it really. Trading between tubers via comments and via live stream. If people want to come on and do a bit of talking, whatnot. Let's not talk about Arsenal, please. Yep, that's good. It's worked. It looks like it's worked. I said it. Someone's popped up. When you hear that little doop, that's the one noise you want. Right. So 1 second, gents, ladies and gents. Who else do I need to send it to? I've got some vintage Man City shirts if you're interested, Lee. Retro Boovie. I am an Arsenal supporter. If you send me Manchester City's shirt, I will burn it live on my channel for you. How does that sound? Leicester's, yeah, well done. Oh, James. Right, let's quickly go through the comments quickly. So, Goodwin's place, Craig, hope you're good, fella. I know you're a bit busy today. Big game out. Thank you, mate. Lovely. It's coming. People coming on now. Love to see everyone. Thank you, Jets, for coming on. Sorry about that. Lovely. James, good. Gav Retro Head. Nice to see you, fella. James Game Zone Birdroom. Obviously, I can see you. I got down there at the bottom of my speed. That's good. Danester, did you get all your stuff onto eBay, mate? Who knows? Retro Godfather Dow, thank you so much, mate. I thought it'd be nice. Button Bushers. Yeah, next time, boys, you should get on here Xbox 360. Ross, hope you're good fella. I should send you the link as well, actually. Nice catties, yeah. Thanks, mate. Retro Bear. Woo, he's there as well. Pete, love to see you. I missed the variety face, lovely. Gonaldinho, hello, mate. Rob, Retro Boofy, I've just spoke about. Spurs are going to win the league. Spurs are a bunch of cunts. How's that one? Willie Weeble, hello. Right, yeah, so, sorry. Where was we? So, today I haven't actually got any trades myself, purely because I've just been busy at work. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got tea, I've got beers, so we're all good. I'm just going to prop up my computer because it does like to get hot, I've noticed. I'm just going to do something just a little bit different, just for a second. I'm going to show 4 pickups I got quickly, and then we'll get onto it. I showed these the other day, but I don't know. I think my internet guru, Big Game Al, the guru of internet, Big Game Al, was telling me that my internet was shit. Al, I live in the arsehole of nowhere. I keep fucking telling you, mate. Anyway, Hyrule Warriors. Obviously, I got that the other day. If you haven't played this, it's interesting. It looks like they're changing the story of Zelda, the backstory, especially with this character here. If you haven't played the game, I'm not going to spoil it. But I did enjoy that. Very repetitive, as all of those games are, those hack and slashy kind of ones. Octopath Traveler. I got this the other day, obviously. I haven't played it yet. It's a 2D Final Fantasy-esque game. And obviously Final Fantasy VII remake. I turned the case around just in case you're wondering. I turned the case. You can turn it inside out, whatever you want to say. Good game. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is exactly the same as number 7. If you follow me, I thought, the story is exactly the same, so I know the story, barring, no, that's not fair. I played it for about an hour, and the story is pretty much the same as it is. I know there's some twists and turns, so that was good. And then, obviously, I forgot I actually bought this, and I haven't played it yet, Cobra Kai. Love the TV series. Love Karate Kid. My God, Daniel LaRusso is shit at karate. Anyway, yeah. So, hope everyone's good. Scotch Egg Salad, how you doing, mate? Without further ado, Mike, hope you're a good fella. Let's get our first person on who may have some trades. The first person we're going to bring on, I'm loving the fact that his channel is, every time you watch it, it's the one channel that the intro music, I have it on full blast, surround sound on my TV. My wife hates your fucking music, literally because I play it so loud. Great YouTuber. I've only spoke to him a couple of times, i.e. via Messenger and whatnot. We get on really well, so that's great. So this person is the Blue Spine King. His name is the Sega Saturn Zombie, or Sega Zombie, sorry.
Sega Saturn?
I saw you're selling some of your stuff, fella.
Yeah, no, the PAL Sega Saturn stuff's going.
I saw, and I was like, oh man. I saw someone was asking about a couple of games. One of the questions was, I don't want to mug him off, but I can't help it. He was like, oh, that Marvel superheroes is too mint for me. And I was like, what do you mean? I think, what would you mean it's too? What, do you want a fucking shit copy? Anyway, Scott, how are you?
Saying that is too expensive, maybe.
What, £50? Come on. How are you? You good, fella?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well.
Thank you for coming on. I know you're one of the people who did say they'd like to come on along with a few other people, so I really appreciate it. We need all of the support from the YouTube community to get this off the ground. Obviously, for yourself, I know you're letting a lot of stuff go.
Yes.
I don't want to say. I don't like saying selling off, because that's not what you're doing. You're recycling to get what you want.
Yeah, I'm refocusing the collection.
And don't laugh at my cat ears, all right?
I can't take my eyes off them.
It's my daughter's, because I normally don't, I can't come on with a hat. I used to do it before, but for a live stream, I thought I might as well do me here, but I've been busy at work, so I haven't got the time. Sack the host. Yeah, Dane stuff. Fuck you, man. Scott, yeah, so how are you? Good though, fella, yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. Been keeping myself busy. Just doing my videos, really. Been putting a lot into my lockdown videos. So.
Great vids. I love watching your vids, the content. Yeah, and you look really happy, fella. So fair play to you, man. I love it. I love it. You're back to work now? Like, was you back from Wednesday, or you've been?
No, I started.
Are you back now? Not yet.
No, I've got to wait until January.
Oh, bloody hell, fair play.
So yeah, no, Christmas should be good this year.
So we got back to work Wednesday, but we didn't open on Wednesday in the restaurant. We opened on Thursday, and I've just been raped. Is the word raped at work? But it's all good. It's all It's all part of the fun. So yeah, but busy day today. I've got a mad next week. I've got a really crazy busy next week. But that's Christmas, isn't it? So, let's show some of the stuff you're looking to trade, and I'll start bringing a few of the other tubers as well, and they can do the same. And then people can comment at the sides, and we can go from there.
There's a lot. I've got an awful lot. I got a bit overexcited, and I've pulled loads of crates out. So
this is only meant to be a 2-hour slot.
This could take all night.
Scott, just so you know, fella, I've been told there's a message says you're a bit low on volume. I don't know if that makes any. If you can do anything about it. If you can't, don't worry. I'm just letting you know. That's from James.
Hold on. Let me see what I can do.
Our man in Japan.
Yeah, no, I've already got it front face and mic. Unfortunately, I've got to use the iPad.
Cool.
So
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Shout a bit.
You do that.
But first up, I've got a PS2, a fat PS2.
Beautiful.
All complete with all its wires. It's got 2 controllers.
Lovely.
All working. Everything's cushy. It's got
of course.
Memory cards. So that's the first thing. That's the only console I've got.
Okay.
But I'll just go through a few of the games because I've got a crate full of games here. I'll try and pick some of the good ones.
Cool.
We've got some platinum games. Cool.
Crash Nitro Kart.
Nitro Kart, yeah. Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I love Kingdom Hearts.
These are all complete, by the way.
Beautiful.
Complete. And we've got The Simpsons Hit and Run. Again.
Lovely.
All complete. What else have we got? Lego Star Wars 2.
Lego Star Wars. But they used to be like expensive. I remember when I picked them up at the car boot, I used to get decent money for them.
Yeah, they're sort of like, I don't really know. I do not know anything about PlayStation 2 at all, really. Another platinum one, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, great game.
Again, all complete. These are all in lovely condition.
Who was collecting platinum? Bernardino was collecting.
Yeah.
Was it PS1 or PS2?
I think it's PS1, isn't it?
Was
I
it?
don't know if he's dabbling into PS2.
Yeah.
We've got the original Battlefront as well.
Oh, God, I love Battlefront.
Again, all good. And everyone's loving Tony Hawk's again at the minute, isn't they? I don't know if this one's any good. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. All complete. We've got a load of Harry Potters.
Harry Potted.
Yeah, all complete. Oh, there's another Harry Potter here.
Quidditch World Cup. There might be a couple of people. Oh, Gennardino's just said he's just put here just PS1. Sorry, Rob. I knew it was something platinum, fella. Oh, James has put here any Wii. I think you're probably going to get to Wii, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a massive box of Wii, so that's coming up. We've got Spider-Man, the original, and That's the original, isn't it? Spider-Man.
One's
Spider-Man 2.
the two first movie ones of them.
Yeah. Again, all complete. We've got some Spyros as well.
Oh, love a bit of Spyro.
I'm confused where my lens is on him. But yeah, the Spyros. Again, all complete. Oh, there's another Spyro as well. Oh no, it's the same one. I got it twice. That's that good.
You're like Tootie. You're hoarding.
What else have we got? Is that all of the good stuff? Oh my good, we've even got Spider-Man 3, so we've got the whole set.
Bloody hell! Any Spider-Man people out there?
Ridge Racer.
Lovely.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy. I used to like that one. What we got here? Any more Genesis exclusives from Al? Al's after any more Genesis exclusives.
I've got a couple of Japanese Mega Drive games, but no Genesis stuff.
Any Mega CD up for grabs? That's Retro Boovie.
No, unfortunately not. I've got no dupes in Mega CD. Nothing like that. Shall we move on? Do you want me to move on to something else? Is PS2 getting boring? Shall I do something else?
Just show some other bits, and then we're getting my two other guests for the minute, and then we'll go from there. Because I've had a message from. Let me just close this one down. I've had a message from Feed Me Chicken. He says to say how the cluck is everyone because he's not on tonight. So my mate Pete. So I thought I'd just share that with you.
That's one for Russ, isn't it? Retro Bear SingStar.
Retro Bear. Oh, I can see him at the bottom. Right, you know what? You said his name. Let's bring him in. Retro Bear. Let's add you. There he is.
Hello. I've got that one.
Hello.
Now I've got that one, Scott.
Fuck's sake. Fair enough. You go on. You carry on, Scott. You good, Russ? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good, mate. Nice beer again.
Good. Yeah, go on, mate. You carry on, Scott.
Wallace and Gromit.
I never got on with any of them Wallace and Gromit games, to be fair to you.
I've never played any of them.
No.
Harry Potter.
A lot of Harry Potter. Scott.
Another SingStar.
Oh.
I've got that one as well. 1795.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Bargain.
What's that? Rugrats, is that? Looks like it.
That's Nickelodeon or something.
Yeah.
That's different. It's not Rugrats.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I used to love that game.
We're going to go through them all here. Spy Hunter.
Oh, classic.
I love the original. The original, a great game. Another Lego Star Wars.
Yeah. $24.99.
God.
iToy. That's just rubbish, isn't it?
The iToy is really good.
Yeah.
It's a good little camera, that.
I don't think I ever used that.
Yeah, it's much better than some of the camera sort of stuff that's been out there over the years. So.
Finding Nemo. Oh, is that GameCube? Oh, right, no.
No, this is all Lego Racers 2. I never even heard of that one.
That.
Interesting.
Is it rare?
Who knows? Let ask
Rayman
people now.
M.
M.
I remember this. Weren't this a launch
Good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. I got that when I first got my PS2.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Oh, the classic.
Oh, a blank case. Lord of the Rings again.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, nice.
Noble Racing.
Yep.
The Midas game. That's bound to be crap, that.
Yeah, it's going to be a crap one, isn't it?
There's a question there for you, Retro Bear. Russ, have you got Springdale for the Wii?
No. Never even heard of it.
No. Another Harry Potter. Fucking hell.
I think there's every Harry Potter here. The Hulk. This was a game I remember really liking back in the day, that.
That was good. It was good, that.
Yeah, there's a few of them. There's that one. There's the Sphinx one. I always get confused with them games. There's a few of them.
Peter Pan.
Oh, that's an unusual one.
Yeah.
I've got that one. It's not that unusual.
No. I've never seen that one.
Another Wallace and Gromit.
Oh my god.
WWF.
That's one of my favourite SmackDowns. I like that one. That's a good one.
Here you go for all the Simon Cowell fans out there. Pop Idol.
Mm.
The original Sims.
The Sims. Ah.
Yeah.
Loads of those as well.
SingStar, the Disney sing-along.
Oh, I haven't got that one.
Oh.
Oh.
Is
I
it
got that
complete?
Let's have a look. Yeah, all complete. Look
Oh, that's a nice one. You don't see that very often.
at that. We've got another Harry Potter.
Good grief.
Crash Bandicoot. The Wrath of Cortex.
You sure you don't work at CEX?
Now,
Are you sure?
that
No.
you'll be grateful to hear that is the last of the PS2.
Oh.
It's only taking half an hour.
Yeah, so let's just like Daystar, some order Sega Saturn zombie. Daystar, come on, mate. I'm tired. Look at my ears. I'm tired. I mean, Russ, how are you anyway? You good fella?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Long
You-
week, very tired. But
Literally this week, I mean, like I said, it's just been. It's like I've not been off. It was just like that.
yeah, you said earlier. You said earlier yesterday. You said you've been working all week, or
Yeah,
the last 3
right.
days been manic or something. That was it.
It's been mad, and but listen, I love my job. I can't complain. But it's I was just like, oh, so, but yeah. Scott, what else do you have?
Right, let's go.
Find something a bit more rarer. Maybe Harry Potter on the PS1, or on the GameCube.
Feel like that.
How about a bit of Super Nintendo? We'll go a bit older, shall we?
Right, we're getting some old school in. Let's get my mate from Isle of Wight, and he can do his intro. My friend and yours.
Hey, welcome back, guys, to Game Zone Bird Room.
The best introduction on YouTube.
I don't know about that. It's just a bad version of Howard Finkel from WWF.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a great
Oh,
voice
yeah.
anyway.
It
So
is now time for the Royal Rumble.
oh, that's
He
really good.
died,
That.
didn't he? Yeah, he died, didn't he?
Yeah, look,
yeah,
recently, last year, early this
yeah.
year, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, and Patterson died on Thursday or
that's right.
Friday.
That's right.
I mean, yeah. So, Super Nintendo, Scott. I mean, wait, hang on.
I can't. Everyone's distorting. I can't hear anyone at the minute.
Oh,
Since you brought
James,
James
can you?
in, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You look crystal perfect, mate.
Perhaps if I come out and come back in.
Okay, let me let you out. And I'll let you back in.
All right, mate.
1 second. There we go. Yeah. So I think he had to go. I think he had enough of the PS2 to play the Harry Potter. What's this? Sega Saturn, lad. You've been working in Leon C again? No, Scott. I'm not working at Leon C. I'm working at my restaurant, my bar restaurant in Brentwood, sir. Right. Let's try again. Is that better, Scott?
No, it's not. Everyone's really distorted.
Take me out and put me back in.
1 second. Sorry, Jane.
That's right.
1 second. What about now?
That's clearing up now.
Oh, for fuck. Must be the connection from the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
The Ethernet across the water, like my one.
Don't work properly. Yeah.
We'll get James in a second. James, hold fire, fella. We'll get you in a minute, mate. Super Nintendo. Hang on a minute. You're Sega, no? Or is that just a?
Well, a little while ago, a couple of years ago now, Alex Nintendo Arcade was trying to convert me, and he gave me a load of Super Nintendo. He got me a console and some games.
Oh, fair play to him.
I bought some games, tried them out, but there ain't no blast process in there, is there? Ain't as good. But yeah, no, I've got picked up bits and pieces. Really, it's just what you pick up,
Yeah, of course, exactly.
This isn't nothing special though. Don't expect any Metroids or anything.
I'm
like
expecting Super Metroid. Knowing Alex, it's going to be. He's either giving you Super Metroid, Randarin Ranger, or some other very expensive games he's got you. If it's Super Tennis, I ain't going to be happy.
It is the very extremely desirable Techno Super NBA Basketball. Is the first one.
Techno. I'm not sure if I know that one.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
The Tecmo made a basketball game.
Yeah, Tecmo Super NBA Basketball.
Yeah, because they did the football game back on the NES, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, there was on the that's right, there was.
And then we've got.
I've got that.
Family value game.
Rock hard game that is.
That is a tough game.
That is hard as nails. It's a good one. Pop and Twinbee.
Ooh,
very nice.
That's a nice little cutesy shooter. Very
nice.
Oh, this game. I really enjoyed this game on the Super Nintendo. Drop
Zone. Yeah.
Kind of like Defender, Jetman.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
Yeah. Good game. And this one's got a damaged label, but it is Super Star Wars. I picked this up from Revival a couple of years ago.
That's right.
And I've also got the universal adapter, so you can play American, Japanese games on your Super Nintendo. Is that it? The Super Nintendo. Oh, we've also got Top Gear as well.
Some of the best music on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, great game that. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, they're the Super Nintendo games.
Cool. Big game Al reckons is my internet. Al, I keep telling you, mate, I'm using Ethernet cable. I can't do anything more. Unless I put some more money in the meter and let the hamsters run faster, I don't think it's going to happen, mate.
Yeah, it might just be because there's... Would it be because there's a lot of us on the stream? I don't know.
No, because sometimes you can. I have 6 on. It's all right, but I think it just depends on who's on the internet, innit? I mean, I'm with Sky, and normally it's okay, but picture-wise, who knows, innit?
Yeah.
When you carry on, Scott. What else you got for anything else, sir? Any Mega Drive?
Well,
any Blue Spine?
There is some Mega Drive, but I'll save them for a bit because as we've got Russ on, I think I should show some of the Wii stuff.
Yeah.
And also, James was asking about it, wasn't he? So let me move these. There's so much stuff here, guys. Right. We have got My First Songs.
Ooh.
Oh dear. I ain't got that one.
Oh, you ain't got that one?
Nah. I've never seen it before, so.
No.
Hold up, it's rare. It's got to be worth 25, 30 quid then.
Released in 2010 by Mindscape. Mindscape.
Yeah. Sign of quality, that.
Yeah, it's going to be a quality one, that one. I'll put that one aside for you, Russ. Golden Balls.
Oh, that's rotten.
He's already got a pair of them already, so.
What else have we got? Fun Park Party.
Don't think I've got that one.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, this is good for you, look.
This is good.
That's 2 out of 3 so far.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Big Beach Sports.
Yeah, I got that one.
Oh, you're going to have that. Wii Fit Plus.
Yeah, everyone's got Wii Fit Plus. Even people haven't got a Wii have got Wii Fit Plus.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think there's posting through people's letterboxes.
GI Jockey. G1 Jockey, is it?
G1 Jockey. I always think it's GI Jockey, but it's G1 Jockey.
G1 Jockey.
So, are you sure, Scott, you don't work for CEX?
No, I used to work for Electronics Boutique many years ago.
I remember you telling me that before.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I had like 3 or 4 games. You've got someone's collection, matey, there.
Horrible Histories, Ruthless Romans.
Yeah, I've got that version with the book. There's a book with it as well.
Do you have the book?
Mm.
Well, it's just got that.
No, I've got
No,
the book.
it's
He
supposed to
hasn't.
have
Yeah.
GT. What does that say?
GT Pro Series.
Series.
Yeah. I think that was a launch title.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a reskin of an old N64 game. I think.
Ah, right. Yeah. Littlest Pet Shop.
I don't think I've got that one either.
Fucking hell.
This is win-win, isn't it? Look at this.
There's only so much tat I will buy. Oh, it's got stickers with it.
Yeah, it's got a little card thing with it.
Oh.
It's got the instruction manual and
And a pink
it's
disc
big
as well.
game outlet.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the safety book.
They're like gold dust. They are.
So yeah, that's another one.
That's a good game. That.
X-Men Origins.
Now that game on the PS3, for me, I haven't played it on the Wii. On the PS3, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it's a really good game, and I played it on the Wii. It's not bad on the Wii, but
it's quite a violent game as well. It's quite a violent game. I mean, it's Wolverine, but it is good.
Yeah.
Dangster looks. Sorry, what's he? He looks like James Corden, the panel with those ears. I know. I can't help it. Sorry, gents. Carry on, Scott. Sorry, fella.
Zumba Fitness 2.
He was on that earlier, Russ, before he come on to Limber.
Oh yeah, always. Never off it.
Bully Scholarship Edition.
I'll wait for number 2. Number 2, I've been waiting for years, but they haven't done it.
I'll confess to something. I have never ever played Bully.
Oh, that's a good game.
Never
it's a great
played.
game.
I've not got in depth with it, but
yeah, it's all complete.
Grand Theft Auto in school uniform.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just I on the PS2 I had it, and I've got it on the Xbox One. It's like it's a HD version or whatever it was of the 360 version. I got it in Xbox. That's a good game. I do like that game. Nice.
Mario Sonic.
Yeah, good games those.
Madagascar 2, Escape Africa.
Hey.
I've got that one.
What else have we got?
Yeah, look.
You still got more? Blimey. Oh, terrible game.
Yeah.
Terrible game.
I really wanted to play a darts game on the Wii, and I thought, yeah that's going to work.
No. It don't work.
I really thought it'd be a lot better than that. I really did.
It don't work. It's a pile of shit.
Yeah. Monopoly, hasn't this been released on every single console and computer ever?
It will continue for the rest of its life. Every console. PS5 has got one probably.
There's actually a double pack of that.
Oh. This is getting interesting now.
Oh, look at that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so not only release it on every system, but they release twice on the Wii.
Soul Calibur Legends.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah,
that's meant to be pretty terrible as well, isn't it? That
one? I was expecting a fighting game, and it was
like an RPG.
Yeah, and really poorly done as well.
It's shit.
Bleach. Shattered Blade, a Sega.
No, I don't know that one. I know the series, but it's not someone I've got anyway.
Yeah, it's bound to be good though, because look, it's got Sega on it.
Oh yeah. I always say that. I
think the PS3 version of those Bleach games are not. I don't say they're expensive, but they're not cheap. The PS3 one. So I don't know about the Wii one. Couldn't tell you. Classic game.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I remember that on the Xbox 360, wasn't it? Originally.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
That they used that game to base Grand Theft Auto 4.
Ah.
There's a film with Harry Potter in it. What's his face?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, that person. And it's about how they make that game, how they make Grand Theft Auto, and it talks about that game. They use the same system of that to make Grand Theft Auto, which makes no sense. I know, but if you watch the TV program, it was very, very good.
Interesting.
Useless information for you.
Another useless game, Pet Sports Dog Playground.
It's so bad even dogs won't play it.
Not even bears play it.
No, definitely not. No. I draw the line at that.
Sitting mama.
Right, I'm gonna. Have you got the teddy bear?
No.
No.
Right,
Nath Retro One's got the teddy bear.
I got it for my daughter.
Have you?
Yeah, because you put the Wii remote into the teddy bear. When
That's
it's
right,
flying, you have to shake it,
Right,
rock it. Not that I played it, obviously, but
no. It's when you start breastfeeding it, Scott, you start down it too far then. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're going too far then.
I thought you was meant to. Oh. That's right. Yeah, that's right, James. That's like I said. James, I'm going to try and bring you back in now, fellas. Let's try again. We're going to go live now.
Is that all right?
Oh,
I can see
no.
it.
Talking.
Oh, no good, Scott?
I can hear you all right.
Is that all right?
Am I right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fake fucking Jesus. Sorry, I should be saying that. It's holy time now, Christmas, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Brilliant. How are you, James? Are you all right, mate?
I'm feeling a bit rough today, actually.
Oh,
no.
fucking hell. Don't get too close.
You want some of this?
I'll just cough over everyone.
Get some trooper India.
Yeah,
Right out.
I'm on the water.
Sounds all right, yeah. Everyone seems to be good. And then we've got looks good from here. Retro Engine, thanks, fella. Retro Engine, I enjoyed your stream the other day with James. And thank you for the shout out for that one. Lovely. I'll go through some of the comments in a little bit. So far, I haven't seen anyone say they want anything. Who smells terrible, Danester? Have you got a new sort of fucking computer that smells them as well as looks at them? Fuck me.
It could be me.
You smell lovely.
Emergency heroes.
There's a lot of shit. I mean, there's a lot of games on the way, innit?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. You're right.
Sorry. That game, I like that game, but I think again on the PS3. I think.
I remember
See,
those games came out. They looked amazing. Those Prince of Persia games.
Yeah, they did. We play. Oh God, that's a launch title as well, isn't it?
Never heard of that one before.
It's quite a common game that you can get it for less than £1.
GoldenEye.
Love GoldenEye.
Classic.
Ben 10.
I love Ben 10.
About 6 or 7 Ben 10 games. The way it's about 6 or 5 or 6 possibly. I think.
Top Trumps.
Why? Why would you want Top Trump's game?
Yeah, but
No, card game.
Hang on. But Top Trumps, you're not meant to be showing each other the cards, no?
No.
So what? You have to cover half the
Yeah, it's
TV.
a card game, isn't it?
So you have to cover half the TV and not look. How the fuck do you play that?
Close one
Who
eye.
knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I actually have all the stuff for that as well. That Wii U draw. I've got the pad and everything.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah. I think about 10 games for it, something like that.
Quality
That's
game.
good. That's good.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
And I think I've got all the gumph that goes with that as well.
And me. Yeah.
You'll be happy to know that's the end of the week.
Oh, Russ. I told Russ there was
going to have all of it.
Yeah. I think that's all right. What else you got, Scott?
I've got some original Xbox.
Or do you mean Xbox One? Or do you mean what do you mean by original? This is what everyone says to me. No, I'm taking the piss.
Very first console.
Yeah. Or Love Me for Speed Most Wanted. Fucking hell. I love that one.
Lord of the Rings again.
Lovely.
Oh.
Pro Evolution Soccer. Prefer Pro Evolution than FIFA, mate. Gun. Good game.
Good game.
SpongeBob. Let's camera back there. Yeah.
Turok.
Sonic.
Is it Turok or Turok?
I always call it
Turok.
Isn't it?
Turok.
Sure.
Yes. Turok.
Mafia.
Mafia. Classic. OG. Yeah, Big Game House says it's OG. Where is he? Enslave. Yeah, that one. I remember that one.
Enclave.
I don't know that one.
This was like a really early sort of. I don't think it was a launch game, but it come out within the first couple of weeks or so.
Oh.
Oh God, his skip is getting bigger.
We're getting to the end now, I promise.
No, Scott, it's fine. It's not my phone bill, so you're fine, mate.
We'll go on to some Mega Drive.
Yeah. What's it? Hang on. Yeah, so, some of them obscure. There is, like everyone knows, there's some games on some consoles that the obscure ones that are worth actually a few quid.
Yeah.
Most of all, Frogger on the GameCube. Ow! I still can't believe what you fucking paid for it. Anyway,
Is that SpongeBob game lights camera action?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think Pete's right about that. I think it is. Yeah.
a couple of them are worth money. Some of them
I
are.
like camera pants. Yeah.
Like camera pants. Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
But yeah, we've got Terminator 2, the arcade game.
What a letdown that is. I'm sorry. That game, the arcade game, you know how much money I put into that fucking arcade? And then when I bought the arcade with the Menacer, I was like, this is it. Nah. Sorry.
A big
letdown.
Poor old Mega Drive. It couldn't handle it.
Now, that game on the Master System is wicked. The Master System version of Batman Returns is wicked.
Strider.
Another good game. Never understood the character on the front compared to the character in the fucking game. Completely different.
Well, it's Gary Barlow, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And then we've got Dick Tracy.
Oh my! Is that manual? Fuck!
That is so hard. That is so difficult. That game.
I need that game.
No, it's mint. This is absolutely mint, but no manual.
I need that game. I've got the car only, and every. This is fucking.
I like the game, but it's just too difficult. It's too difficult.
A Japanese one, F1 Grand Prix.
Nice.
All complete. And then Blockout, which is the Japanese release as well.
Blockout. Okay.
And that's all complete.
Nice.
And then probably what we got here. Oh, Road Rash 2.
Legendary game.
That's probably one of my favourite Mega Drive games.
Oh, definitely. It's in my top 10, definitely.
Yeah, I didn't like the third one, to be honest, but
didn't like the digitized graphics they used. Prefer the cartoony type graphics for the original too.
Yeah, no, I prefer the original too, definitely. Found some more Xbox.
Panzer Elite Action.
I've never heard of that one either.
Fucking hell, Scott! I swear to God, did you rob Electronics Boutique then or something? What's going on? Fucking hell!
And then we've got Call of Duty 2, the big red one.
Yeah, I used to play that a lot. That one.
I think that's one of the only Call of Duties I ever played.
I enjoyed that one.
And then we've got mix it up a bit for the PS3.
Oh,
Overkill extended cut, and it's got the 3D glasses.
You got the glasses as well. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yep.
That on the Wii.
Glasses.
I love that game on the Wii.
Yeah,
I love that game on the Wii.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it is awesome on the Wii, but it plays an awful lot better on the PlayStation 3.
Of course.
I think I paid 50p for it, and I got some glasses with the mine and PS3 version as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bargain. That was a great game.
And then I'll end it on a couple of manuals. Just anyone out there that needs them, get into contact with me. But we've got In the Hunt.
Ooh.
Sega Saturn.
Ooh.
That's a big one to end it on, isn't it?
Fucking hell. 1 minute, I've got someone here.
This is mint.
I got our man in Japan. Not James May, by the way, just to clarify. It's the other James. He's after Wolverine, Scott. So hopefully you guys can sort out the deal.
That's his if he wants it.
Cool. In the hunt, how the fuck have you got? Hang on, how have you got a spare copy of a manual for one of the most expensive games on the fucking console?
Because Retro Boofy, who was in the comments earlier.
Yeah, he's still here. He's still here.
We done a trade a while back, and he gave me this, thinking that I might need it. And no, I don't need it. And so, if anyone else out there needs it, genuinely,
you could probably sell it and pay off a month's worth of mortgage, probably with that. To be fair.
And we've got True Pinball as well. So that's it for now.
You should have ended with In the Hunt. You spoiled it,
Yeah,
Scott.
yeah. Your big finish, you're blowing it.
Right, let me drop you back out, drop you back in, and pretend we haven't seen the last 46 minutes of all that stuff. We'll do it again. Bloody hell! Listen. This is again for me why this is a good thing, because there's a lot of games there that a lot of people won't have. Like there's a good chunk there. I mean, Russ is going to take all the way off. Well, not all the way, like at least some of them off. Yeah, I don't know about James. Obviously, Usabi is after a couple of games. So anyone wants anything, put a comment in or message DM Scott through YouTube, or if you're on some of the WhatsApp pages, some stuff, or like anything if in the next hour or so wants to pop up on there. That's good. But yeah, there's some good stuff there, and a lot of it looks in good condition. I'm not just saying that, it looked in good condition.
It is. Yeah, pretty much everything is in good nick, and yeah, just a mixed bag. We've got lots more, but I think we'll stop there and let someone else have a go.
Yeah, you've been fucking hogging it, to be fair. I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but Dylan, how you fella? I can see you there, mate. The 44-year-old who looks about 12 or whatever they were saying the other day. Russ, anything from you, sir? Anything?
One thing this week.
Lovely. Let's go.
I mean, how many people remember this?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What is it?
This is, I think it's Invader 1000.
Yeah.
And it does work. And put some batteries in it.
Something the Ghostbusters had.
What, a PK meter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's proper retro stuff, isn't it? That one. So
That is great.
Look, retro engine. My friend and yours. Yes, Galaxy Invader 1000. Lovely.
So if anybody's interested in trading something for that, very happy to listen to any offers or whatever you want to do with that one. But yeah, it's great, isn't it? I mean, that I played on that years and years and years ago. So we got quite a few of these sort of knocking around the place at the moment. I'm saving them a little bit before I start showing them off. But yeah, this one, if anybody's interested in one of those, happy to do a trade.
Yeah, Retro Godfather Dale. If you don't know, go on his channel. Amazing YouTuber, an amazing collection. One of the nicest blokes you're ever going to meet on YouTube, along with obviously the gents I'm with now. Look at that. What my kid would tell me, Daddy, why have you got a doorstop? Why have you just swapped the doorstop with someone? They wouldn't have a clue, mate.
They would, but that's what we grew up with, you know. Before we had consoles and computers and stuff, this is the sort of thing that we used to sort of play on. So a lot of us, this is our first sort of game experience.
I think my brother had one of the caveman ones, like the grey, small little computer-looking style ones, whatever it was. I think we had that when we were little, wasn't it? Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. How do we contact people via contact on YouTube? So Retro Engine, I know you're not on any of the WhatsApp pages that I'm on, but I'm sure if you was to DM Russ, if you're after anything for him from Russell or from Scott through their YouTube channel, then obviously you can go that way around, because I ain't giving out numbers, because that's not what we do here. Either way, you can message them on those YouTube pages. So I'm guessing he might be after your Galaxy Invader.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, a trade's not nothing to trade or anything like that. If someone wants to make me an offer for it or anything like that, happy to sell it as well. So
good, trade or swap, either or. Like I said, the mortgage is coming up soon, so that'd be good for you. Just to tie what we've got here, and hang on, here we are. Look, Bernardino. I've got that there. My original one as a kid stuck batteries in it, and a year ago doesn't work anymore. Oh,
Send it our way, Mrs. Bear. I'll have a look at it for you.
hey. So yeah, so that's nice. That's proper like retro. That is real retro.
Yeah, because I showed my Commodore 64 stuff last week and nobody was interested. So I thought I'll bring that this week and see if anybody else is interested. So
I honestly think give it sorry, Jay, give it some time. Once we get a bit more legs, because we've got 20 people watching at the minute. It went up to 32. So after a bit of time, I think we get a bit more legs on it. And like I said, once it's not always me doing the live stream. If it's you, Retro Ben, there's people on your channel that know what you do, and they're watching your channel, then they might go. Vice versa, if James was to do this or Scott was to do this, he might get rid of something that he wouldn't get rid of on this one because my subscribers or my people that we know or we know whatnot might not want it. But I think that's where it can build.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What was you going to say, James?
I've got a couple of DVD games.
Nice.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and The X Factor.
You know what are you doing in your ass? X Factor, bloody. Fucking hell.
I think they were the misses, and I've got a couple of horror films.
Nice.
Experiment Camp.
That's a video nasty, that is.
It is. It is. I went through a stage of collecting video nasties.
I'm getting worried about you, mate.
Well, what about this one?
I think it's that fresh air.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
No, I thought I knew you.
Is that the uncut version?
No, this is the British version, so they don't split all the animals, which is quite nice. I've got the uncut European version. Fucking horrible film.
It is.
And then I've got Hillside Cannibals as well. So
cool.
Fun for all the family.
Yeah. I'm cool. Yeah.
Brought the mood down a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
No, you're good, mate. So yeah, word will spread. I'll put a vid up advertising and screen.
I've still got the same old shit from last week as well. With people want that crap.
There's something I remember when I first started going to the car boot. I was like, "Oh, you got any old any old rubbish?" And like they said, "Excuse me, someone else's rubbish is someone else's gold." I was like, "All right." Then I walked off. So, but anyway, it was a good lesson I learned. So, where are we? That bookcase behind me swings open to the. Where? Who's this? Oh, right. This is something for you, I think, James. The bookcase behind me swings open to the stairs to the cellar. After you showing those videos, I'm assuming. James, are you very good friends with Retro Ranger? I don't even know his name, so my apologies. What's his name, James?
We got to know each other basically because we started our channel at the same time, and I think I can't remember who messaged each. If he messaged me or I messaged him, and we got to know each other quite well now. Yeah, absolutely lovely chat.
What's his name?
Richard or Rich.
Rich. Thank you, mate. Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't know your name, fella, but thank you very much. Where the fuck is? Oh, hide that one. Right, and then
great channel. Check him out.
I subbed to his channel not too long ago. I can't remember how I found his channel. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember how I found it, but I found it. We have a YouTube legend in the comments, and that's Tony.
It's Big Tone.
He did say if I can find it because there we go. So yeah, hello Tone. Hope you're good, mate. Good to see you. Not see you, but good to see your words, I should say. There we go. Anyone else? Had a big game out. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's not much there. So yeah, Scott, maybe go back to you for a little bit. I'm waiting for a couple more people to get. They said to me they were going to come on as well, but they haven't messaged me yet. So I don't know if they've. What's your
anyone?
eBay, mate. EBay.
Takers, come on. I know someone's out there who wants it.
Someone must want that.
I've got a more modern LCD type game. You know, one of the big ones.
Oh, Virtual Cop. Wow.
Virtual Cop with the little gun.
Nice.
It's got a gun with it.
Pants. It doesn't work very well. But yeah, you
Oh
got.
my!
Ah, that's nice.
Wow,
Pretty rare thing. You don't see them, especially with the gun.
I've never seen that before. Never.
But that's up for trades if anyone's interested. Because
Right.
I was collecting all of this sort of stuff, but I kind of moved on a lot of my sort of LCD games and that.
What does that go for, Scott?
Usually, it kind of goes for like about 50, 60 quid I've seen it go for.
Mm.
But I've also got, it isn't in this room, but I've got the original grandstand afterburner. And that's complete in its
Oh,
box.
nice.
With
Is that the big grey one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It got it boxed as well.
As box complete, in great condition with all the original stickers have never been stuck on it. They're still on the original sheet.
Mm.
I've also got that to move on as well.
God.
I might grab
Right.
that in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone interested?
How are you going to play that? That's how close you got to be to the screen. That's cheating, isn't it? You're going to be touching the screen.
Literally, and it doesn't even detect it half the time. It is just a novelty thing.
Don't say that. You're trying to sell it. Tell him it works fucking crystal.
It's better than the real game. It's better than the arcade game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome
it's
graphics.
there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Graphics is definitely probably better than the Saturn's version.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anything's better than the Saturn. Yeah.
Right.
How dare it? How dare it?
I know, innit?
Unsubscribe to that man.
He's pointing at you, Lee.
I know,
Oh,
innit?
shit, yeah. No,
Just put-
that way.
Over here.
Yeah,
That way.
there we go. I'm waving at you. No. Much else, Scott? Anything else you want to show, fella?
I've got more, but I'll have to go and grab it.
All right,
I'm surrounded.
that's fine. What I'm going to quickly do, you go and look. I'm going to drop you out because I'm trying to get one other person on. But for some reason, I can't. They're not coming up at the bottom of my screen. Normally, I'd get all the people come up on the bottom.
Yeah.
I can only see us. So let me drop you out for a second, fella.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you then. When I see you come back on, I'll bring you back in, fella. Yeah.
All right, mate.
Thank you. Through from the stream. Yeah. I'm trying to get one of my very good friends on. My friend and yours, I like to say that, but for some reason he's not coming up on the bottom of my screen. I don't know what it is. What we got here? Yeah. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we're can maybe it'll pop up in a second. We'll keep going. I've got a few other people. Who else is messaging me? Because I'm obviously got my phone next to me. So where are we? Craig Goodwin Place. He was going to pop on. He can't for the minute. Yep, no worries, fella. Look, you take it easy.
Did manage to swap with Craig with something last week.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to say we should also talk about what was traded, because obviously I sent out some stuff to a few people, and obviously Retro Bear's done his video, and there's a few other people who've got stuff who haven't done videos yet, so you'll see them. Obviously, I know James. You said
this great box, you know.
I'll tell you something funny. That box, I bought my daughter those shoes for school, and I thought, oh, you know what, that'd be a great box to send.
I thought you were going to send me the wrong thing. I thought I'm going to get these coming for the post. I thought,
I don't understand. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, what did you trade, James? You carry on talking, James, for me, because I'm just trying to sort out another tube to get on, but I'm having a bit of issue. You carry on and tell people what you got, fella.
So yeah, me and Craig, I traded the Spider-Man and the WF NES game, WrestleMania Challenge for his PlayStation 1 system.
Okay, that's good.
And with Feed Me Chicken, I traded Street Hoops for Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 5. Now, when that first come out, I hated it because it was so different compared to the others. But then when
it's action packed, isn't it?
Yeah. When is it the gold? Resident Evil Gold? Resident Evil 5 Gold? I think it's got like
the gold edition, yeah.
I quite enjoyed that, to be fair. I think it made a bit more sense.
Is it,
when I played
is it Resident Evil 5 the one everybody hates, or is it 6? I can't remember.
6 is terrible.
Yeah, I think it's 6. Everybody hates 6.
Kind of like 6.
Apart from James. James likes 6.
Hello, James. You can like. Don't listen to Bear. You're old enough. What are you going to watch? So yeah, you're back, Scott.
Vegas.
I'm back.
Oh my, let me in.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
I've got one of them going spare, all complete. Pretty good on the Switch, and yeah, it's not a bad little controller. And I've just pulled out all my Sega Saturn stuff. Oh, this is that.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
That's lovely.
Got the world's smallest screen to play it on.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely tiny.
yeah. I can remember looking in my mum's. I don't know if it was like Littlewood's catalogue or
Yes,
something.
that's
like
where I
that,
saw
and
it, yeah.
That's so bad when I was a kid. That and the Outrun one.
I remember the Outrun with it was a giant sort of gear stick, wasn't it? You know, steering wheel gear stick and a screen about that small.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's up for grabs. If anyone's got anything nice to trade or interested, let us know. Sega Saturn wise, there's quite a bit.
Cool. You carry on, mate. I'm just trying to. I've got one other tube who's going to pop on. And
Great game.
there we go. Right. Let me just drop in one extra person. All right. And then we're going to move on. So this person now, I've been trying to sort out. He's back on now. So I don't know what he was doing with his internet. I think he must be on Sky like me or some shit. So this is my friend and yours, 2D Rob. 2D Rob, you there, brother? Yeah?
Hello, Rob.
Oh, it looks like he's gone backwards.
How you doing, bro?
There we go. Yeah,
How
you
is
good?
it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I've got some sound issues, man.
Yeah, that is going a bit funny.
All right,
Yep.
cool. 1 second. Let me remove you. I'll remove you and I'll put you back on in 1 second, Rob. Right, so this gentleman's waiting as well. This is another one. Sorry, Scott. This is another Scott. He's in his car. Look at this one. Look. I wish I was a policeman. What are you holding in your hand? Oh, no, right.
Hello.
Sorry. You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I
We
can.
can hear you, mate. Keep your eyes on that fucking road. Fucking.
My mobile dongle thing broke, so I've got to wedge this in between the gear stick and like the ashtray. So not ideal. Overall, well, obviously I ain't got nothing to trade.
Are you looking to drop the games off? Are you cabbing tonight or something? What are you doing? Bit of cab faring? You going home from work, are you, Scott?
Yeah, I've just finished, mate.
Oh, fair play to you.
Obviously every Sunday's always a bit of a late one for us, so it's what it is, isn't it? Eh?
Listen, mate, that's how you pay the bills.
Has Sega Zombie got through his quality control yet? Have we?
Rob, you're back good. No, the Wii stuff is we've shown that stuff now. Russ had to pick himself off the floor. Very excited at that stuff. A lot of dribbling going on. Rob, you look a lot better now, mate. I don't know what it was, Rob. I don't know if it was my connection, yours, but now you're there, so that's good, mate. Good to see you, brother.
Mate. Can everyone hear me all right? Can everyone hear me all
I can
right?
hear you.
Mate?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Fantastic.
I didn't know Rob was there. Hello, Rob.
How you doing, brother?
Some big hitters here. There's 10,000 subscribers. 9,000 of them are just for Sega Zombie. The rest are just between us boys at 200 each. So, Sega Zombie, please, can you show your Sega Saturn stuff if you have?
Yeah, sure. Let's start. Hardcore 4x4.
Great game.
Yep.
Gremlin
Really enjoy
graphics.
that game.
And then we've got Rise of the Robots 2.
Great game.
2.
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, Rise of the and they dropped the Rise of the Robots and just put Resurrection Rise 2.
Yeah, the first one was so bad they fucking changed the name.
Yeah.
You know.
Crying out loud.
Got good old virtual racing.
Oh,
Terrible
yes.
version. Terrible.
It is bad. It is bad. There's no
Is it really bad?
It can't be that bad, surely.
It is. It wasn't done by Sega. It was done.
It was done by Time Warner,
Yeah, that's a terrible
Okay.
and
game.
they
All right.
really fucked up the handling.
Say no more. Say no more.
Hang on, I've got 1 second, Scott. Sorry, Scott. We've got another. Got a question here. Is Sega Saturn lad trading the car? That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll tell you what,
Sorry,
though, I've
Trust
actually been
little wow. Trust little wow.
Scott,
I've been
I'll
thinking
take you.
of plugging this one on.
Scott, I've got a couple of loose Game Boy games for your Subaru, mate.
Yeah.
I've got a Tetris. Extremely rare.
Tetris. Someone was after
You've got a Tetris. No one's got Tetris. I've last week or the week before.
Exactly.
Someone was after. Who was after a Tetris?
Big Griffo.
Was it Griffo?
I think it might have been. Someone mentioned it anyway.
Sorry.
I think. Do you know what? I think I might have a spare. I'll give it to him if he wants it.
No. eBay.
I'd hold on to it.
eBay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll show you
Might
about
be a
£700
pension,
for
Rob.
it.
Hold on to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott. You carry on, Mr. Zombie. You carry on, sir.
Hexen.
Excellent, lovely.
High Octane.
High octane.
Don't ask me. I ain't got a clue. It's like a really poor Wipeout rip-off.
Zombie. I'm going to call you Zombie because there's 2 Scots. I don't want to get confusing. Are they your own collection, as in you bought them brand new, or that you collected during collecting, if you know what I mean? Are they like what you
Some
just
of
got?
these I've had in my Sega wall for years and years and years. Goes back to when I had my shop. So I made that big decision to get rid of all the PAL just to focus on Japanese Sega Saturn. So it's all
Okay, because that's what I was going to say. Is a lot of people who I've traded with, a lot of the stuff they get is what they just collected, not really their own from day dot. If you get me.
yeah.
A big game out after a Tetris, Rob. Just to let you know.
I'll have a look for him. I'll have a look for him. I'm pretty sure I've got a spare one.
Right, so give it to me and I'll sell it to him, and then we'll split the money. Right.
Quid, didn't mate.
Carry on, Zombie. Carry on, Zombie.
Breakpoint tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis, huh?
World Series baseball.
Wait,
I've got that.
stop buying that.
Oh, we got a bird issue. Tunnel B. Oh, the worst game ever. Tunnel
Do you
B1.
know what? When I had my shop all them years ago, I bought a crate of these for the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn, and I couldn't give them away. But yeah, it's awful. An ocean release though.
Ocean, bloody hell.
You know it's quality.
Gen War. It's like a fighter, I think. Actually, no,
Okay.
it isn't. That looks like you know them sort of like person vehicles games. What was that real big one? Descent, wasn't it?
Oh, Descent, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Shell Shock.
I got that on the PS1, I think. I
Yeah.
haven't got it on the Saturn.
Chaos Control, which is like an on-rail shooter.
Never heard of that.
I've got the Japanese game of this. It's not bad. Fighters Megamix, a must.
Brilliant,
India Sega
brilliant
Saturn.
game. Quality fighter.
But yeah, you can fight as the Daytona car,
As you do.
as you do.
Just casually.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Warcraft
Warcraft.
2.
Yeah, I never bought that because I thought, how the fuck's that going to work? What is that like how it is on the PC then?
No, it's sort of a scaled down RTS of it. I actually
Okay.
I sunk hours into this game when that come out back in the day. Really
No,
enjoyed
it's
it.
got big following, Warcraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
A classic. Virtual
Yeah.
highlight. So bad it's good.
oh mate, that's terrible that game. Yeah. That is like
But it's one of those games, it is that bad. You
gotta play it.
Gotta play it. You know,
Yeah, I know, mate.
roasting it.
I know.
I had Super Highlight on a Mega Drive. I never played it. I moved it on, but I didn't look like it was my cup of tea. Is that any good?
Yeah.
Super Highlight.
Yeah, I remember that.
On the I think I got a Mega Drive. I wouldn't want to lie to you. I'm not quite sure if it's good or bad, to be honest.
I never played it. I had it. I moved it on because it just didn't look like it was my cup of tea, so I moved it on. But I've never played it. I don't know.
Can we all just look at the wall behind Retro Bear? Look at that fucking wall, My God.
It's holding up his house. It's holding up his house.
Yeah, like you look at it. His house is made of Wii games. It's like a big Wii game.
It's a load-bearing wall.
Good insulation.
That's right.
Fucking
He's
hell.
not going to get cold this winter.
God, yeah. Any more zombie? Any more for you?
Oh, loads, mate. This is something you don't see every day. A sealed Saturn game.
Sealed.
DEFCON. Unfortunately, it's not like Panzer Dragoon or anything. But, you know.
But you need to do a live unboxing of that. Live.
True Pinball.
Is that sealed as well?
No, I've got these in all protective cases.
Oh, right, okay.
Not a bad game, this one. Street Racer.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like
The two
that.
I've got from
I always want to.
Sega Zombie, all
I
sealed.
always want to play Street Racer, but I've never come across it like ever. Like it's never been one I wanted to buy, but like if I came across it in the wild, I would pick it up. It's never crossed my path.
Really?
I wouldn't mind playing it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Worth it. It's very worth it.
I like the Super NES version. I think there's a PS1 version and then there's a Saturn version.
Yeah, there's loads of versions, but like which is the best version? Do you think?
I like the Super NES one because that's the first one I played, and I found it just like Mario Kart, but with more
I would say
graphics. If you
I
want,
think I played the PS1 more.
Sega Saturn is the version to get for Street Racer.
oh, there you go.
Right, so all of them basically, Rob. Pick whichever you want.
Saturn's not really an option for me because I don't have a Saturn. But like for like the other systems, I was considering it. I thought maybe PS1 or Mega Drive, but no one seems to rate the Mega Drive version.
It's shit.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mega Drive.
Look, Big Game Al, the fucking look at you, the fucking asshole, fucking
Mega Drive.
It's
Mega Drive.
okay, but it's okay, but it's not brilliant. It's not a brilliant version.
So James, you just showed Die Hard Arcade that you got from Mr. PS1. There you go, Street Racer.
Yeah.
PS1. I might try and pick up the PS1 version.
Very proudly own that from my good friend Sega Zombie.
That game is wicked, but you have to get Dynamite Decker on the PS2, the Japanese. I think it's like a Sega Classics version. It's the same
good.
game, but it's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, they remade it, didn't they?
It's a great game.
Oh, you can play the original Saturn version, and then you can play like an enhanced PS2 version.
Yeah,
I have it. It's really good. It's fun.
Yeah, I got it. Fuck, I got a few of those. There's a few of those. I think it's Sega Classics. I'm not quite sure. It's like Sega something or Sega Arcade on the box, and I think I've got
Sega Ages. They're called it.
Sega Ages.
Yeah,
it's Sega Ages. I've got Outrun. I've got Dynamite Decker. I can't remember now. Without going out into the cave, there's a few other ones. Right, Scott
there's a treasure one. There's a treasure one that has Gunstar Heroes and Dynamite Heady and Alien Soldier. I had that.
Yep.
That's part of it on the PS. Also comes with the Game Gear version of Gunstar Heroes as well, which is cool.
Oh, good. That's a good one.
Yeah. I've also got
money.
No, I didn't pay enough for it. I paid I think I paid I think 30 or 40 quid for it. I bought it off a UK seller. I was quite lucky.
Oh,
I
Didn't
think
even have to import it.
I think I paid 20, but I bought it a long time ago. I think Sega Saturn, he had Dynamite Decker on the Dreamcast, and he was talking. This is years ago. He was talking about it, and I remember when I went to buy Dynamite Decker. I think it's 2 on the Dreamcast. I think it's 2.
yeah, it is.
I found this one. I was
Yeah.
like, what's it? And it was like 20 quid. So I bought it. It was like £20 delivered.
Nice.
This was 8 years. I don't know when, or 7 years ago when Scott was showing it.
Well, fair play. Yeah. I haven't had mine for that long. I think I bought mine like about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Oh, that's still a good price.
Yeah.
Now, that game, innit?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's in mint condition. It's lovely. It's lovely.
I love this. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at fucking Dainstar, the filthy animal. Look at him. That's the one going. Scott,
I'll pay £10 for it.
Lee, I've got a cracking dog in sight, not far from your pub in Lee, mate.
I'm in Brentwood now. I'm in Brentwood now, mate. I've only worked on Leon Seek. I was helping my friend out at the Peterboat. So
Yeah,
now
I know,
I'm
mate.
in Brentwood,
I know.
Brentwood, brother. Yeah, no. You Sega Saturn, because there's too many Scots, so I'm gonna get confused. You all good though, fella? I've not seen you, obviously due to Rona. But you good?
Yeah, fine, mate. Just I pulled up for the minute because it was a bit distracting whilst driving.
You look like you're going fishing. I love it. You got a proper fishing get up.
Got a bubble on it as well. It's actually my little man's hat.
Oh, bless him.
So,
bless him. So yeah. Have you got anything to trade, Scott? Sega Saturn lad, anything in the car? Some wine guns, Worthington Originals, anything? What's those sweets that all our parents had in the gold tin? They're all like covered in white dust. You got the fucking shit everywhere and you open the tin. What were they? You know the ones I'm talking about? The gold
White
tin of sweets. Huh?
The white dust on him.
So it was like a gold tin, gold
It's
rag.
called travel sweets, weren't they?
And
Yeah,
they were
travel sweets.
They were like fucking bullets. If you threw them at someone, it'd kill them. Rock hard. But it was full of dust. You got the dust everywhere. You know, like cocaine all around your face. I remember that I was a kid. I remember that. That's another story, I guess.
I think his parents told him. I think his parents told him it was sweets.
You're probably right, Bob, because I'm not fucking old.
Was it the 80s? Was it the 80s? I'm pretty sure, mate. It weren't sweeties. It was white dust, mate.
They gave me something rolled up. Anyway, someone put I licked dust. Yeah, I said, look, Rich knows Retro Engine. Something cough sweets on travel something. See, maybe travel sweets. I remember them when I was a kid. I remember them ones. So no. So obviously Scott's got enough. Scott Sega Saturn has got enough to trade. Rob, I know. I brought you on purely as a mascot of the channel, along with Retro Bear and the other gents. But do you have anything to let go, sir? Anything?
Yeah, I probably do, but I didn't actually prep. Probably should have prepped, but I've got a few PS1 games I wouldn't mind moving on. Nothing to hand though, so I can't really show you, but they're decent titles. There are some good titles. It's actually there's no duplicates. It's just I kind of want to trim down for space reasons, and I don't want sort of stuff that I'm not really using. So it's not crap. It's actually good games. It's just I kind of want to thin down the collection, purge it a bit.
Yeah, listen, I think when you're collecting, you can only collect so much. Obviously, space is a factor for a lot of people, unless you're Retro Bear, where your house is made of Wii games, like we said earlier. However, that's what we have to do. We have to like Sega Zombie's doing. He's changing up, and I'm probably going to do something. Whether he gets cash or whatever, you can do something with it. I've actually earlier on today secured a deal when I was at work, and I was sending out a table of 10. A table of 6 because you can't do more than 6 apparently. I actually secured a Sega Multi Mega, my second Sega Multi Mega that I've ever owned, for a very good deal because the gentleman told me he doesn't work because he hasn't got a plug, but I'm sure I can get it working. So again, it's one of those things. I had one before, and I think I paid £30 for it from the car boot.
That's the famous one from Dunton, ain't it, Lee?
Yes, mate. That is one of my famous pickups from Dunton's, and this is going to be another famous pickup from Epping. I think he lives in Epping, the gentleman. So yeah, so it's one of those, isn't it? It's just what you cycle up, and like you said, Rob, you're looking to move on, not doubles, but something maybe for something else or vice versa. I think that's what a lot of people.
I'll put this out there. I'll tell you what. I'll put this out there. I've got a Mega Man Wily Wars complete, lovely condition. I'm trying to move it on.
On Mega
Drive.
On the Mega Drive, yeah. Wily Wars for the Mega Drive.
Ooh, I'm after that.
Yeah, talk to me, mate. We'll talk. Oh, because the thing is, because I've had it. I just don't play it.
The Wii games, Rob.
I'll tell you what. I'll swap Mega Man. If anyone can give me some doubles of Tetris and Tetris DS on a Game Boy, that's a deal.
Absolute man.
Oh, and also, if anyone's got a few SingStar games, then we'll definitely talk.
I've got quite a load of them, but they're the misses.
I've got loads of them.
Well, then you've got to talk to her.
Of them.
I've never played
but I think the missus would probably beat me out.
well, she's already trying to kill you, so.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I gotta say though, man, it's crazy. I was looking up. I looked it up on eBay, and I saw a copy of Mega Man Wily Wars sell for £700. And I'll tell you this. It was in much worse condition than mine. Mine's in lovely condition, and that one was like awful, and it sold for £700. Like I'll tell you this, for the community, I would never ask that price of them, but I'll say this: like it's in immaculate condition compared to what's selling on eBay for that price. Crazy.
I can imagine. Listen, let me tell you something.
So, sorry, what was that?
When did you buy it?
Years ago. I bought it. I've had it for years. Like I've had it for about 5 years or 6 years, something like that. This was like back when I was like really collecting for the Mega Drive. So I got a good price for it actually, but it's gone up massively since then.
Oh,
is it any good?
I'll tell you that now.
Is it any good?
Yeah, well,
I've never played.
It's basically all it is. It's basically reworked Mega Man's 1 to 3, and then it has like an exclusive game called the Wily Tower. So that's exclusive to the Mega Drive, and that's basically it. It's basically a compilation of the first 3 Mega Man games and the Wily Tower, which is exclusive to the Mega Drive, and it's basically all been done up to 16-bit level. That's basically it.
Okay. I've never played. I've never even emulated. I've never played it. It doesn't sound right to have a Mega.
It's on the Mega Drive Mini. It's on the Mega Drive Mini. You can play on that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've got 24 to go. 24 games to go for the full power set.
Wow.
That's the last biggie I need.
Ooh. This could be the making of the swap shop. This could be.
I sense something.
Something in our water.
Yeah.
Do you smell what Robbie's cooking? That's what we're going to do.
This could be a historic moment.
Could be.
The eyebrow.
Yeah. Well, look. There's me. My rock tattoo. Fucking long story. Never mind. What was I going to say? Big game. Why is Big Game out? Why? Look what he's put here. Look, this fucking heathen. Look at him. 700. Then he's put
I personally don't think, but I've seen it sold. I've seen it sold for £700. It shocked me, but I swear I'm not lying. Check all the listings, and it was in worse condition than mine.
It's worth £700 though, couldn't you?
I would never pay that amount for it personally, but I didn't pay £700 for my copy. I'll tell you that now. Nowhere near that.
I think what people need to understand, excuse me, is that you will pay what you want to pay. Now, if Rob wants X, okay, but Scott offered Y, then that's what he's happy with. And that's why I always say, because it's the same as you buy a car. You know, to you the car's worth £10,000. To someone who might really want it, might want to pay you more, want to pay you less. But that's the whole point of it. You have to come to a happy medium. You know, no one wants to pay top dollar, but they want to feel like they get a good deal. It's like
of course.
It's like when you see something for 1999, 1999, you think, ooh, but when it's 1995, it's a bargain. It's 5p, 4p less. It's just a matter of what you feel is what you're willing to pay. So,
I mean,
sorry, Rob.
Go on. No.
That copy on eBay for 520 quid seems like an absolute snip to me.
Well, I'll tell you that. Look, if you look further, I guarantee, because I'm not making this up. Because I'll tell you this right now. Like, if it was to you, look, I would not ask 700 quid. But I'm telling you now, it was on there, 700 quid. It was one on bid. It was on auction, and it went for 700 quid.
Yeah. You can check anyway. You can check the listings. It's like Big Game House put here. Look, like I know this one's expensive on the Sega. I've got it on the Super Nintendo. Death Return of Superman. Now I've got that on the Super Nintendo, and the Sega one's worth way more. But I don't know if it's better.
Oh, you know Death Return. Yeah, Death Return of Superman. I think it's probably the most expensive game. I think, besides maybe. The rarest game is that Lakers versus Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
You
know what I mean? Like, try and get that complete will cost you over £1,000.
Yeah, look, Willie Weeble, £700. And I think that's some. And I think that sums it up quite right. It's you're only willing to pay what you're willing to pay. I mean, I've said this from the beginning. I think I said this in my last stream. I wouldn't. I don't go for full collections because I don't feel comfortable paying £200 for one game.
Yeah.
If I pick it up naturally, like with CEX credit, that's fine. But to physically say to my missus, I spent £200 on Frogger or on Shemu's World, whether on the game or whatever that is, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that personally. Everyone's different. Again, everyone's different, you know. I mean, but then I'd go and spend £1,000, like say Saturday on a turbo or alloys for my car. So it's one of those, isn't it?
I'll say. Do you know what? I'll say this though. I think like I don't go for full collections, obviously, but I think because of that enables me to have the extra money to go and fork out for something that I really want, even if it's really pricey. This is why I don't go for full collections. If I went for full collections, I don't think I'd be able to shell out for the bigger games because I don't buy volume wise. I don't buy as many games as some of you guys constantly. I'm willing to do that. Like I'll tell you right now, my most expensive game that I bought was Undercover Cops for Super Famicom. I'll tell you right now, I spent 500. I spent 500 on that game. Now, before anyone says to me that I paid too much, whatever. Like I went back and forth on buying that game for nearly a year, probably over a year. Yeah. Like I didn't just impulse buy it. Like I thought about it long and hard, and I made sure that I was in the right position to buy it. And I decided to treat myself. But I'll tell you now, for me, it was worth it because I had that game as a repro for the longest time before that. So I played that game a lot. I really liked that game, and that was its current value.
Yep.
I suppose if I bought it a lot sooner, I would have saved a lot more money, but I wasn't sure back then. But it wasn't until I played it many times as a repro that it convinced me it was worth it. And I'll be honest with you, I bought it and I don't have buyer's remorse because I love that game. Yeah. But like something like Mega Man, for example, like I bought that long time ago, very long time ago, but I just don't play it. It's sitting on my shelf doing nothing. And I don't want to have something like that sitting on my shelf doing nothing because I'm not a full set collector. And I know there's a collector out there that would want it. And I don't really appreciate it. So what's the point in it staying in my house? I mean, listen, I'd keep it. But unfortunately, I'd rather have something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I've said this before. You know, someone's got a comment here. Where was it? My
Just
apologies.
buy games I enjoy playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, it's just what you're happy with. Sorry, I've got a question here. So, like from Rich, we're still talking about trading and stuff, but at the same time, question: what's the most someone has spent on a game? Now, again, it's what I think is expensive, what you think is expensive. It's all different. It's all different. If I've made, I think if I made the money like what you're doing, Rob, if I sold a game for £500, that money will go back into my collection. That's not going to go and pay my electric bill or nothing. That's going back into my collection. So that's different. But for someone to go and whack that out straight away, that's up to them. I think everyone has their own way of building their collection. Look at Tootie.
But I'll say this. Can I just say this? But again, this is very, very rare. Like I don't.
Oh, of course.
I don't buy that kind of prices like on a regular basis.
No, but then, like I said, that's just what you've done. That's what you're happy with, and like I said, with Tootie's grown his collection via the booter, via the car boot. That's how he's got a full GameCube collection, N64 collection, Sega Saturn collection, Master System collection,
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, is he there? Yeah. NES is on the way. So, if anything,
I think CEX doing retro has opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, and I think on the whole, it's a good thing because it's really rejuvenated kind of getting stuff back into CEX. But on the flip side, I think it's also killed a lot of the trades. I mean, I remember in the early days of YouTube when we always used to do trades with each other. We used to send things, and whereas I think CEX has killed a lot of that because obviously it's just easier just taking it down there, ain't it? Really. But
I wouldn't say it's worth going to CEX if you're actually planning to trade in some good stuff because you won't get bang for your buck. But if you want to trade off all your tosh, then fine.
Yeah, it's a good way of getting shit, but getting some quality out of it, ain't it? Really?
Yeah. I've gotten some good games out of it,
Yeah.
This is why I remember Scott, like a long time I've known you now, Sega Saturn Squad. It used to always be a trades video. I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got that, and that's what I think. This is why I've done this. Whether I keep saying this, whether I continue doing it or if it's every other week with someone, I think this has got legs because I think look, definitely. prime example now, Sega Zombie may end up getting the game off you, for not the price he probably would have paid. For example, I'm not pushing people. I'm just saying, and that's the same thing with any other game, and that's the whole point. I think where there's so many, I'm in about 9 WhatsApp groups with different YouTubers. All right, there's so many different groups. No, seriously, there's so many groups.
9.
And I'm in 9 groups of YouTubers. Not all game ones. I've got a couple other ones, golf ones and a few other cooking shit ones. Anyway, but like groups. So again, it's something just to keep the legs going to people to try and do trades with others to try and help out a fellow tuber, collector, vice versa. Because there is people who do rip the arsehole off of people when it comes to doing deals like eBay. Like, people will pay them prices because they think that's what it is. They don't know unless they've got a community, and that's why for me it's good to do this kind of stuff with other people. That's how I see it.
It's funny you use the analogy with cars, Lee, because I'm very much the same. I won't think twice about spending 300 quid or 400 quid on a car. But whereas with games, I probably wouldn't go that high. But I suppose it's quite a good. It's quite similar to trainer collectors, ain't it? I do think that a lot of trainer collectors keep them as more of an investment rather than games because it seems like the price. It seems like trainers have got a high sort of like yield value to what their retail price is very, very early on. You get a limited edition trainer and within literally a day, a week or so, it seems like they're trading for significantly more than what the retail was on them. I don't know a hell of a lot about it. Probably Steve Addy Sneaker Freak, he would be better guess to get. But do you know what I mean? Yeah. These guys that trade in trainers, there's some serious collectors and, you can sometimes get, 20 trainers and they're worth 10 grand or something. You know, it's
the group we're in,
a lot of money.
Scott. Me and you, Scott, are in the group. I don't know what it's called, but the one like we're normally commenting, yeah. And Sega Zombies in it. James Birdzone Game Rooms in it, and I think Cyber Snake J said about the Boba Fett Adidas shoes. Yeah. Now, I fucking wanted them, mate, and I kept quiet because once you start sharing it, everyone wants it. And I was like, oh, and I never got a pair because they sold out like that, and they're on eBay for like double or triple what they're worth, really. But unfortunately, same as the PS5, I've got very good friends of mine. All right, I wanted a PS5. I missed out on it because I was one of the people who got shafted from PlayStation because they said they had 10,000. They only made 5,000, so I missed out. So I've got friends who are selling them for £750 all day long because people want them. Is it right? Is it wrong? That's another conversation. But at the same time, that's why I think the community, as all of us, that's why I like the giving back side of it, especially with the people now that we're speaking with. And there's, you know, well, I just clicked it there. Rob Gernardino's, but we need to know your list, Scott. Again, this is a prime example. That comment never would have got said unless Scott said he was after the full set, probably, until we done a video, maybe. And that's what I'm saying. It's just trying to get the community working together again because I think there's a good community, you know. So it's one of those. Mr. Zombie, anything else from you, sir? Where's he gone? You there? Go on, Scott.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna add to what you said about, you know, what Scott said about he wouldn't think twice about spending £300 on a car. But it is the hobby, isn't it? Every hobby, every pastime you're into costs money. Don't matter what you do, really. You know, my dad, he loves his fishing. He wouldn't think twice about spending £500 on a rod.
Exactly.
Fishing, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anything you're got as a hobby costs money.
You know what? Even modding games. Even modding games. Go on, mate. Last time I was just saying, even modding.
Who's talking?
Go on, mate.
Bring your hand up.
All right, I'll say, Scott, when you buy this Civic off me, you'll get a great deal, mate.
I was just saying that you even got like modern games nowadays. Their limited editions go for nearly £100, sometimes over £100, and this has just come out. You know, so like you honestly, like with a lot of these gaming stuff, like I mean, some people within the retro community scoff at paying a certain amount, but it's crazy to think like everything's just going up and up. Because I'll tell you this now, when I first started collecting for the Mega Drive, right, the most expensive game at the time when I was buying for it was at the time it was Punisher, and that cost £124. That was the most at the time, right? That was the most expensive. Now and when I bought it, that's how much I paid for it. And I'll tell you this now, at that time, I thought that was like ridiculously expensive. At that time, I was like, that's crazy. Today, though, we laugh at that price. Like that, everyone. If I bought that same game, that Punisher game today, everyone would be saying that is an absolute bargain, mate. You know, but back then it was the most expensive game. Just
think of it like this. One of my friends' girlfriends used to do. She doesn't do it anymore. She used to do publishing, whatever, some shit. We used to show off all the games and stuff. Yeah, for oh shit, not PlayStation. Oh, anyway, some bullshit. Anyway, she works somewhere, all right, and basically she used to say to me, "Lee, you're paying £100 a game. The game ain't even finished. That's why there's DLC and updates. So you're buying a game that's not even like 100% working. Whereas you buy a Super NES, Sega Saturn game, Mega Drive game, it's a complete game. It's done. The newer games, you pay. All right, Switch, Breath of the Wild, Zelda. I paid £150 because I wanted the statue and all the shit. Yeah, but there's updates consistently for all these games, Call of Duty, all them. So you're buying a game that's not even finished, and then 9 times out of 10, you're paying for content, DLCs that really you should be getting for the money you paid in the beginning. And that's why it continues.
I'll say this though, Lee. It really depends because let's not forget that back in the day we used to get expansion packs on PCs and stuff. You know, so it depends. Like if it's if you buy a game and it has a complete story, and then they decide to add on an extra story extension, kind of like what they did with the last Spider-Man game, but not Miles Morales, but the other one where they released like these 3 little story segments.
Yeah,
that's okay. I'm okay with that because the game itself is complete.
Like Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah,
they done.
Yeah. But back in the day, but like what I don't like is when they try to milk you costumes and stuff like that. Like back in the day, you would unlock costumes, right? Like, why are you charging me for costumes? I don't like that. You know, and just really insignificant stuff. Especially like don't charge me extra for an online version in this day and age where online is standard. You know, that I don't like. You know, it varies, but like if it's extra story content, I'm okay as long as I feel like the initial game is a complete story.
Yep. Where do you stand with it, Bear? Retro Bear, where do you stand with this, sir? Would you looking at it from what we've all just said, because you've been listening there? What do you reckon? It's not an easily answered question. I'm not saying you got the answer, but your view.
I couldn't see myself throwing.
Wise old Bear.
I can't see. I mean, years and years ago when I first had an Amiga, I would quite happily sort of like, throw 25, 30 quid at a game, and the same the PlayStation 1, I'd do exactly the same thing. But now, I only pay what I think something's worth to me, and that's the way I will do it. And sometimes I'll splash out. I will sort of think, I don't mind paying that for it, but generally speaking, if it's going to sit on the shelf and do nothing, then I won't pay a great deal for it. If it's something I want, I'll pay what I think it's worth.
That's how it should
be. I can't really say fairer than that, to be honest with you, because that's the way. But years ago, I wouldn't have thought, sort of spending 25 quid on Chase HQ on the Amiga, or I'd fork out for a new PlayStation 1 release. I've bought loads of games that came out sort of first day, 29, 30 quid at the time, without really thinking about it.
Yeah. I remember shelling out 50 quid for Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive when I was a kid. No? That's a lot of money.
I paid £65 for Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
But that was back in the day. That I actually got it for my birthday. It was I think it was my 12th or 13th birthday. I got that. That was my gift.
I mean, it's like, I paid, what was it? Wait a second. It falls down. I paid 20 quid for that a few weeks back, and that's RoboCop on the NES. Now,
okay,
it's a fair condition. It's got the man, it's got the slip and everything in there. And I thought, you know what, I don't mind paying that for that, because I want, I'd played this game on the Amiga, and it's a different game on the NES, but I really wanted this game, and I thought, I don't mind paying 20 quid for that. And it looks nice on the shelf. If it's fits nicely with the other stuff I've got on there. So those sort of things I will happily do. But
a lot of Nintendo games hold their value anyway.
That's right. Value. But I just wanted that because it's nice.
Yeah, Bear.
Rob, I'll swap you Mega Man for that Spice World.
I think there's no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, it's different boats these days, ain't it? I think when you look at stuff like Atari Jaguar, when you look at stuff like Atari Jaguar and 32X, their prices are going through the roof at the moment.
I wish I'd held off on keeping my 32X, because I had 32X in a couple of games, and I think, Lee, you were with me when I traded it in. I traded it in at Play Nation.
Yeah, you did.
Remember?
I've still got one. It's the worst thing I've ever bought in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the worst. It's not good. It's not good system.
Tower of Power. Sorry.
But for the hardcore Sega fans, it is very collectible.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen. If anyone's on Facebook, I think it was, what's the guy's name? Ben Boyd. He did he'd made a custom case where you can fit all the 32X games. That looked amazing. Like I would Like if I had that full set collection, I would have been all over that.
Yeah.
He wants nearly 400 quid for it though, doesn't he? It's a lot of money for
Does
a
he?
cardboard.
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see
A
the
lot
well,
of
I
money.
wouldn't pay that then. I mean, I'd pay him a
Huge
good. I'd pay him. I'd pay him a good amount. Nothing nowhere near that though.
Nah, I mean, I think I know it's custom make, but it's a cardboard box.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
it?
you've got to look at it from the concept that Ben Boyd is an artist, and what he does is amazing.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing
he
work.
puts into his stuff.
Yeah.
I've got loads of his stuff up on the shelf, and
Yeah.
it is amazing.
No,
It really
I
is.
don't dispute. I don't dispute the quality. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I would give him a good rate, but I think 400 is. I mean, I'd struggle to pay over 100 for it. Like I think 100 would be my. And I would say I'll consider, for me, that's being generous. Like 100 quid is a fair play thing, you know. But you know, each their own. You know?
I think again it comes down to what you would pay, what you're happy with.
Well,
You know,
I
Try
sold
not to pay
my
any more than
32X
£40 for a game.
I sold my 32X collection because I thought there's no way I'm paying. You know, I'll pay big money on Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, but when it comes to the 32X and the top 3 games that go for thousands of pounds, there's just no way.
And they're not
What is
even
it?
good games.
Primal Rage, Dark Side, and what else is it? It's got T-Mech.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
they're not even good games. So like that's
it.
the other thing. Like it's one thing. It's one thing
None of
spending
the
good
32X
bucks.
games are good though, were they? Except for Virtual Racer.
They had a couple good games in there.
Sega Zombie, what's the Spider-Man game? Something fire on the 32X.
Oh yeah. That's a US exclusive though.
What is that called? Do you know what it's called? Because I still ain't fucking worked it out.
Is it City Under Fire?
Yeah, something under fire.
City Under Fire.
Terrible game. Terrible.
But it's
Not a good
Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Well, if you're a hardcore Spider-Man fan, then you know it might be something you'd want to include. But yeah,
I only bought my 32X from Woolworths, okay, and I only bought it for Star Wars Arcade,
yeah,
all right, Virtual Racing, and Doom because you were told this is the perfect version of Doom. Or wherever it was sold, and I think now, I think the only games I collected after was Cosmic Carnage.
Carnage,
yeah,
Cosmic Carnage,
which is shit. I wanted Blackthorn because I love Blackthorn. Another game that I wish they would do something with Blackthorn or Black Hawk or whatever it's called. I can't think. I love that game. I can't think what else I've got on it. I think I've got a golf game. I think I've got PGA something, and maybe a WrestleMania or something. But
do you have Afterburner? Do you have Afterburner? 'Cause I hear that's pretty good.
No, I haven't got that. I think we said this the last time, me and you, Rob, when we were talking. I think you told me Afterburner was good, and I haven't. I think the Space Harrier is on it as well.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's pretty much both of them are arcade perfect, except for the frame rate.
But it's the music, because I think, again, you're playing through a 16-bit system, technically. Like the sound, anyway. Can't be 32-bit through that thing. Because I remember the Doom music being terrible.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
But
I think back then the appeal was a lot greater because it was much more impressive. But obviously, as the years have gone on, and there's so many different versions of these games on other platforms that are way more affordable. For me, it like lessens the appeal, you know, like massively.
Yeah.
I think probably the only game I would really want on it, and no one's brought up, is was it Knuckles Chaotix? Because that's exclusive to that system.
Yeah.
You know?
And they had some pretty good mechanics in that game, didn't they?
Yeah, it looked really cool. It looked really cool.
And that ring thing.
Yeah, and to this day, and it's never been re-released on anything else.
I was just about to ask that. Isn't it funny how that's not on Sega Mania? Sonic Mania or one of them. Well, I always thought you would get that, and it's the same as it's like I bought the Sega one, the Sega Classics or whatever it is on the Saturn, which has got fuck me, what's it got? I think it's got Afterburner. Shit,
Outrun,
Outrun.
Outrun, yeah.
base area.
Yeah, and I quite enjoyed that because what I wanted to hear was Space Harrier. Let's go, or let's ready, whatever he says. I can't remember what he says now.
Get
you
ready.
Let's get ready. Let's get ready.
Yeah, when I was in the arcade, I was
Welcome
like,
to the fantasy zone.
yeah. When you heard that in the arcade, I was like,
When he dies. Fucking brilliant.
right. That's what I wanted. That's why I bought it. Or that's why I bought that console for them games. But they weren't that good. But one of those, isn't it? You know, Virtual Fighter. Someone's put Retro Godfather. Has put Virtual Fighter.
To be fair, that is a solid version on the 32X Virtual
I don't
Fighter.
think I played that. I don't think I played that on the 32X.
Really, AM2 actually programmed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very solid port.
Yeah. No,
And until you got the Switch port of Virtual Racing was the 32X port was the best port you could get.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's still good to know. I love that game. I used to play that a
I'm
lot.
playing that
I only
today,
had,
actually.
yeah, it's fantastic. I only ever had 2 games for it. I had that Virtual Racing and I had Star Wars Arcade. The only 2 games I ever had for it, and I loved them both. I played them both a lot, especially Virtual Racing. Loved it.
I'm just trying to find out what that game's called now. That Spider-Man game, because that's going to bug me even longer. Amazing Spider-Man Web of Fire.
Web of Fire.
Web of Fire, that's it.
I think it only come out in America, didn't it?
Yeah, it's exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as Blackthorn. I think Blackthorn or Blackhawk or whatever was I think exclusive.
Yeah, I think they got PAL release.
It was the 30. It was a PAL release on the Super Nintendo, but it was exclusive, I think, to the US.
Yeah, because I've got it on the Super.
On a Sega's downfall, that was releasing that.
I'm pretty sure there's a version of it on the Game Boy Advance as well.
Yes, which I have got.
Yeah.
I think. Where did I paid like £30 for that. I paid up for that game. I think it's worth more now, it's well, the Game Boy Advance is to me is like playing a mini Super Nintendo anyway. Some of them games are like just as good as the Super Nintendo anyway. So it was really good. Right,
I'll tell you surprising. There's an arcade. There's a Sega arcade compilation on the GBA, and it's got a surprisingly good version of Afterburner on it. It runs really well. I was quite surprised.
Is that the one with Golden Axe on it?
No, I don't know if it's got. It's got Outrun. It's got Afterburner, and it's got a couple of other games. I forget which ones they are. I think you were there when I bought it, Lee. I bought it at Play Nation, and I bought it as an afterthought. I paid only like a $5 for it or something like that, and I bought it as an afterthought. And I played it, and I was surprisingly impressed with it. Like it was pretty decent.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance does play those games really well. To be fair to it, it's even now I still play that console. I'm not going to lie to you. I still play my SP all the time. I still play it. So my Ninja Cop. I love Ninja Cop as you do, my friend.
Fantastic game. That's I'll tell you that now. That's another game I bought complete for a decent amount of money, and I don't regret it. It goes for way more now, and I don't regret it. It's a fantastic game as well. Fantastic game.
Another game that should get some sort of re-release or homage because it's great on that console. But I only play it on my GBA, or if I put on my Retron, I put it in the Retron. That's the only way I can play it. Well, it's you emulate, obviously, but
quality game.
That was a great game.
What about House of the Dead Pinball on the GBA? Have any of you got that?
I don't. It's because that one. I had the opportunity to buy it, but it was going for about £100 complete, and because pinball games aren't really my thing. To me, I just didn't. I couldn't justify. I couldn't justify that kind of money for it. But that game now is very, very rare. It is very rare. Like I kind of regret not getting it, but at the same time, I don't see myself playing it all the time, so I couldn't really justify that kind of money.
Yeah.
Though also
Scott, there's a cold in that car.
That's all right. Engine's running. I am going to have to shoot now because it's 11 o'clock, so my missus will be like wondering where the fuck I am otherwise.
No, listen, Scott, thanks for coming on for that. I'll drop you out if you're going to go, mate.
Yeah, all right. Nice one, guys. Catch you later.
Take care, Scott, man. See you later, Bob. No, I was just going to quickly say, there's a copy of there's a version of Comic Zone on the Game Boy Advance. It goes for a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
It's like crap ton of money. Very expensive.
Some of them.
I think a box copy goes for about £500.
Yeah, some of them GBA games go for a lot of money, man. A lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah.
The thing is, here's the thing. It's gone up now. See, when I was collecting for it, GBA was not in fashion. Like no one cared about GBA when I was picking up for it, and I knew it was going to clock on because it's a Nintendo system. Like it's going to clock on, and so I managed to get a lot of box games for really good prices. Like one of my best finds, I got the Castlevania double pack. I got that new and sealed for 20 quid.
Wow.
You won't get it for 20 quid now. You won't get that for 20 quid now because no one cared at that time. No one cared.
Didn't you get Ninja Cop from PlayNation?
I found the cart for 30 quid, and I knew that was a steal because on eBay that cart sells for 80 quid onwards any day, any other day. Yes, everyone has the same. Everyone has the same Game Boy Advance. Like I know everyone has that same clear blue one. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Just a shame it's not backlit. That's the only thing with them ones. Hard to play.
Well, you can modify it
in the dark like
that.
Yeah, no, you can do. You can modify them. But obviously the SP, the AGS 101 or the AGS 10 something, wherever they are, one's backlit, one's frontlit. Either way, it's still good pictures, good quality pictures. Yeah. It's all the box.
That's the platinum one, I think.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
it's great system.
Very good console. I mean, I've got a micro. The micro's a good one. It feels so weird because it's like you're playing a tiny little credit card. But it's a good console. I quite enjoy that one. Right, where are we? Yeah, so we went off on a little bit of a tangent, all of us. I mean, James Game Zone Bertram hasn't stopped fucking talking. So, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, you know me.
He's such a man.
London boy. We do like the gas, don't we?
Don't have him on next time, man. He won't let any of us have a word in.
It's all good. It's all like I said this before, and I said this many a times now. You know, you've got 5 tubers on here now. We've got 22, 23, 22 keeps flipping now, watching us. So again, for me, this is basically in the comments we've got people talking about. No one's asking much about what we're doing. They're mentioning about the 32X, like Harvard Trigger Dylan, the youngest 44-year-old in the world, or wherever old he was. Never went to MCD or Metphase. I went to PlayStation Saturn after 16-bit. Yeah, I think a lot of people did jump from the 16-bit straight into a PlayStation. To be fair,
I'll say this.
I went for the Saturn.
I'll say this: if I had not bought the 32X, I would have more than likely went for a Saturn instead of the PlayStation, because I really liked the Mega Drive so much, and I would have transitioned to the Saturn, but because I felt so bitter by the 32X, I just lost faith in Sega, and that's why I jumped on the PlayStation. That is legit. That is actually my legit reason. I remember as a kid. I still remember. Yeah, I still remember to this day, and I considered the Saturn for a long time, and then I was like, nah. They effed me over with the 32X. They're just going to balls up the Saturn. So I decided to take the risk and go on PlayStation, which at the time as well was a big risk because back in those days, if you weren't Nintendo or Sega, you had a high chance of your console flopping. So I was afraid that the PlayStation was going to flop back then. But as we all know, that weren't the case. But it was a big risk. But
I think I was the only person in Thamesview that had a Sega Saturn out of 1,500 students.
I don't think I knew anyone that had a Saturn. I had one friend that had a Saturn.
I didn't know anybody.
I was the only one in my year that had a Sega Saturn.
Yeah, well done, Scott.
No, I mean, yeah.
First time I played Resident Evil was on a Saturn.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah,
That's when I bought my PlayStation. When I found out that Resident Evil 2 wasn't coming out on the Sega Saturn, I actually went out and bought a PlayStation. So I don't know how long that was into the PlayStation's life, but when Resident Evil
1998, that
Yes,
come out.
98.
Yeah, because
so that's when I got my PlayStation 98.
I was working at that time.
I was still in school. I remember going straight from school.
Yeah, I was still in school.
R Price. I went to
I
R
was the
Price.
only fucker with a Sega Saturn.
I left school in 92, I think.
I got my first job. I got my first job in 98. I was working at a Top Shop, the Oxford Street branch.
Nice.
I was working there. Yeah. I was fresh out of school.
I had a PlayStation first because I wanted Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer was the game that I wanted to play. And my parents bought me Ridge Racer, PlayStation by itself with demo disc 1. I got a memory card, Ridge Racer, Tomb Raider, and one other game. I can't think what it was now. Oh, Fade to Black, which I've still got, which was the number 2 to Flashback, kind of, in a way, but it wasn't. It was shit. And then a couple of months later, Blockbusters. Not Blockbusters, sorry, I'm lying to you now. Not Blockbusters. Toys R Us. They were doing a Sega Saturn for $129.95, and you got 5 games. And the games I got with it was Sega Worldwide Soccer, I think Sega Rally, Daytona, Alien Trilogy, and one more game that I can't remember now. And I preferred the Saturn at the time because I always loved Sega and Nintendo, and PlayStation, like you said, Rob, was like, quite what you think everyone would have thought.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Sony will come out of a console, and I still got my Saturn.
One thing about Sony, they had massive pockets compared to Nintendo and Sega.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's proved it now, isn't it? That's proved it now.
Yeah.
I think
they advertised everywhere, didn't they?
I'll say
massive,
I was 14. I was 14 when the PlayStation first came out, and they hit me like I was just the right demographic because I was now going into my mid-teens, and they were like talking about, all the games were like aimed at like sort of 16, 17, 18, well, basically all the clubbers, and I was just sort of going. I just started sort of going out with my mates more and stuff, so it was. And you know how like when you're a kid you want to be older, so it just appealed to me in that way. Whereas Nintendo, because the N64 didn't appeal to me because it felt like a step back, like it felt like it was like I was now starting to go out and whatever, and the Nintendo for me felt like like my childhood again, so I wasn't into it.
No,
that's how I felt.
The money Sega lost due to the fact. With all them big bundles, because obviously they couldn't get the price of the chips down, so that's why they sold like 3 or 4 games with it. They bundled it, and they lost so much money on that.
Yeah,
but it's one of those, isn't it? Unfortunately, and this is something that I don't care what anyone says because this is what I believe. If we had the same game library as Japan had on the Saturn, we wouldn't be sitting where we are now.
Oh, totally.
We would be in a total different scenario because, unfortunately, a lot of the gooder games, the better games, we only got a few of them, or we got none of them.
Yeah,
do you know what?
That's why now more expensive.
Yeah.
That's why they're more expensive.
I'll say this: like before I was aware of the Japanese library, like I did kind of write the Saturn off. Like after a while. Because I thought there's no good games on it. And then when I finally discovered like the Japanese side library, I was shocked. I was like, this is basically a completely different system. This just went from a really weak system with a really weak library to one with an insanely strong library.
Well,
I was shocked.
You think about it, the Saturn library in the UK, I mean, Sega Rally, Daytona, obviously. Shinobi X, I love Shinobi, right? Golden Axe Duel, because I love Golden Axe, Die Hard Arcade, lovely. And then you get to In the Hunt. There's that Resident Evil game that I've got in It's a Japanese one where you're underwater. I can't think
Deep
of it. Deep Fear. Thank you very much, James. Like those games, and there's more. That's just a few. There's more that are really great, and unfortunately, in the UK, they're so expensive because of there's not that many. There's more of the shitter games. Like you when you used to go to W.H. Smith's, Woolworths, Toys R Us, all the proper common games you used to find. When you found the rarer Saturn game, I'd have to go to find it, and it'd be really hard to get them.
Here's one
Because
for you
either
guys.
they're really a lot of money, or they wouldn't be in stock.
Here's one for you. At the 9.2 million units sold, how many units were sold in Japan of the Sega Saturn?
The majority of them.
Like
Yeah,
it was massive in
just
Japan.
over 7.5 million.
Yeah.
So that
It was
just
massive
shows
in
you
Japan.
how few were sold in the West.
Yeah.
And well, that just goes to show you've got to remember that the 32X destroyed consumer confidence in Sega in the UK and in America. You know, Sega USA released the 32X. You know, Sega Japan always said the Sega Saturn's coming. You know, it's coming out. And
didn't they burn their bridges with EA as well?
Yes.
Like which at the time, EA, because the sports games were really popular and they would guarantee you a large consumer base, but because they had no EA games, you know, it cost them a lot.
Well, it was because EA approached Sega and said, we want to have the Sega game, we want to have the sports titles on a Sega machine. And Sega turned around and said no, because at the time, Sega did do a lot of big sports games. And they were like, no, we're still going to release our sports games. So EA, you know, they had a big clout and they just said, well, we won't put them on your system then. So after the Sega Saturn, like the Dreamcast, there was no EA games because basically Sega said, no, we're still going to do the Sega Sports.
Yeah.
So Dylan's just put this one about the 2D games. Now, and he says he's a Sega fan. If you're a true Sega Saturn fan, you wouldn't think that. Personally, some of the shooters are, for me, your top draw. You know, Don Pachi. I mean, you can wax about it all night. I think if those would have come to it UK, a lot of the retro community who collect the Saturn collects all of the Japanese library. The ones
I get what Dylan's saying because the PlayStation 1 introduced us properly to 3D games, and that was deemed as the future. And when you had like Wipeout coming out with club soundtracks, like what Rob was saying, you know, you're then going out clubbing, you're then growing up, becoming an adult, and you've got a game that's got current music in the games. And Sega Europe, unfortunately, and America were like, no, we're going to ignore all these great 2D games. We've got to compete with Sony, and we've just got to release 3D games. And unfortunately, the Sega Saturn wasn't really geared at being a 3D machine. It was a 2D predominantly machine.
Well, no, I heard
3D really
I
well.
did, no, because I actually heard.
They only modeled.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob.
No, sorry. No, I was just saying. I heard that that's a bit of a misnomer. The Saturn is actually very capable of 3D. It's just the way I think because it uses like twin processors or something, and it made development very difficult. Apparently, that's what I heard. I think
when
Chris,
they originally programmed
Chris
it,
thought, Chris thought
when they originally programmed it, they were only mainly programming it for the Model 1 board.
Yeah.
So obviously, after they found out what was going on with Sony, that's when they added the extra chip. And to compete with that, they added another PDP-2 chip to it as well.
It just comes down to how easy it was to develop the system. Because like even Sony, what they found out with the PlayStation 3, that developers struggled to work with their systems. You know, that's why the PS4. They almost they did a 180. They completely made it accessible for developers because they knew that the PS3 was very difficult to develop for, and I think the Saturn had that same issue. But if it didn't have that issue, if it didn't have that issue, more third-party developers would have been more open to it.
You've only got to look at Sega in-house
surprise-
games on the Saturn, the 3D Sega in-house games, and then look at
Mm.
a third party's game, 3D. There's no
Yeah.
comparison.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Can I just cut in for 1 second? We need to say goodbye to one of our watchers. So, Retro Bear, thank you very, very much for tonight. I appreciate
Brother.
No,
you
it's
coming on.
been a pleasure, mate. Been a pleasure as always.
And
Rob, Retro Bear, these are yours, mate. So get in contact with me. I'll send them to you.
Oh, cheers, Scott. That's great,
All
mate.
right,
Thank
mate.
you so much. Thank you so much.
so, Russ, thank you again, mate. If you don't know Russ, please go over to the Retro Bear channel. I will try and do a link on the end of the show for you to go
Thank
to
you.
it. And hopefully I will see you again next weekend if NFL is not in the way.
We'll
So
see.
we'll
We'll see. Yeah, but no, it's been great to be here again, mate, and glad
Thank
to be
you. Appreciate it.
along with all these great YouTubers as well. And we'll see you all very soon.
Take
Thank
it
you,
easy,
mate.
Russ.
Take care,
See you
brother.
later, Russ.
Cheers.
Yeah, getting deep now about Saturn. Look at this. Look, I'm going to go to some of the comments. I'm put here. Dylan put here. Agreed, Lee, but the shooters are a niche and not a mass market. The PS was a mass
Yeah.
market, and it was a yeah.
They weren't
Listen
sellers. They weren't big sellers.
again, but we all know because now we learned. We know our eyes are opened to other stuff. That's what I would have liked. I know
Yes.
for a fact that I would have bought more Saturn stuff if we had half of their library, because there's a lot of
And they
great
would have
games.
probably
There's some
done
great
better
games.
for that. If they would have kept niche, then
Yeah.
Sega would have done better with the Saturn, I think, definitely.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
got to look
I
at the
think
game
you're
like Doom.
right.
Doom was released on the Saturn, and everyone was like, the Sega Saturn cannot handle first-person shooters because Doom is awful on the Sega
Yeah, but
Saturn.
I think that's just down to a poor port. I think
is.
if they had more care on it, they could easily have done it. I don't think it would have been hard.
You had
Most
lobotomies
of
come
that
along,
ported
they
over
done
from the
Exhumed,
32X.
and it's amazing. You know,
Yeah.
you then got Duke Nukem, and that was probably the best console port of Duke Nukem outside the PC on the
But there you
Sega
go.
Saturn.
It comes down to how well they make the game. Like it's not always
Totally.
because a lot of people just assume it's because of the system's ability, but it's not always that. Sometimes it is just down to how talented the developers are or how
Yeah.
much effort they put into it. Because I'll say this: you look at the Konami games that came out on the Mega Drive, they were pulling up stuff on the Mega Drive that no one thought the Mega Drive could do. You know?
Exactly.
But then once upon a time, people used to think that Contra was not even possible on the Mega Drive, and then they
Yeah.
put one out, and yeah, it's not. It doesn't quite have the same oomph as the Super Nintendo version, but you can tell they put a lot of effort into that game. They
Yeah.
pulled even me as a kid, when I watched it, I was shocked that this was even coming out of my Mega Drive, because it was
Yeah.
we had like the 3D stuff going on. It was crazy. It's about how good the developers are at creating these games as well. It's not always about
And
the
what
system.
really pushed Konami was Treasure. Treasure were
Yeah.
part of Konami. They brought out Gunstar
That's
Heroes.
right.
And
That's
Konami were like, we've got to bring out Contra and make it even better. They were so pissed off that Treasure done Gunstar
Well,
Heroes.
you look at Guns, because Gunstar Heroes looked absolutely amazing, and that was an early game as well. Didn't that come out in like 93, 92, 93?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like it just showed them that it just goes to how much if you actually learn the system and utilize it to its strengths, you'll get the most out of it. But some developers didn't do that.
No.
No, Union Suki said it best. He said only probably about 100 developers could get the most out of the Saturn.
Yeah. It varies from developer to developer. It's like a lot of people say. Sorry, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that Nintendo, always have the best games on their systems because they know their system in and out compared to third parties. Super Mario 64 was like a highlight of 3D gaming. And while you had companies like Rare that also were very talented and put out a lot of good 3D games, but there was also loads of average games that didn't quite get the camera right and stuff. But it just depends.
I just hope.
Sorry, man. I keep talking.
No, you're good, brother. I just hope that we get a Sega Saturn Mini that is just like the PC Engine Mini. Now, if you haven't played the PC Engine Mini, you've got PC Engine, sorry, TurboGrafx 16 games and PC Engine games. Unfortunately, some of the PC Engine games you can't translate the language. So, like for example, Snatcher's on there, and
I really don't like that. Why are you dangling? Why are you dangling that carrot in front of me, and I can't take a bite out of it? You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. I'd rather you just not include it. Like,
you should get it. But if they did a mini Sega Saturn where you had PAL games, whatever, what I don't know ones with it. I mean, PAL games, and then the Japanese games, like the PC Engine, mini PC Engine / TurboGrafx. I really enjoyed that. There's some good games on there. Again, like I said, the only problem for me, which makes no fucking sense to me, you're selling it in the UK, a European market, and all the Japanese games are only in Japanese. Obviously, they can't translate them all. I get that, but some of them are text heavy, like Snatcher.
Yeah.
First part you start the game, there's you got to pick to do something, and it's all Japanese. So that's one thing I don't get about it. However, Castlevania, you don't need the fucking.
You don't need that.
But
Sega Saturn lads just written. He said Sega did learn their lessons though with the Dreamcast. It was easy to program. They had cracking games.
But they still they burnt a lot of bridges still with third-party developers, and that's why it still failed, because it was unfortunately the Dreamcast they messed up because of they burnt a lot of bridges with third-party developers by that point. And that's why the Dreamcast failed, because again, it goes back to EA. No games on it. Was there no games on it for EA game? There wasn't, was there?
No, none.
Because that was the problem. Because back then, I mean, look, personally, I didn't give a crap about EA Sports games, but the commercial market at the time were big onto them. So like, because they burnt a lot of bridges, the Dreamcast had a bit of an uphill struggle,
Yeah.
And it was, and unfortunately, the PlayStation was already successful because of the first one, but then when Xbox came along and GameCube, the Dreamcast just got knocked out because they didn't have the third-party support the way the other systems did.
I worked for Electronics Boutique on the launch of the PS2 and the Dreamcast, and what killed because the Dreamcast launch was really
it was the hype as well.
It was massive. The Dreamcast launch, there had never been a console launch like it. It was
I remember.
Massive.
I remember.
But the one thing that Sony pulled out of the bag and just completely destroyed all the competition was
DVD.
It had a DVD player in it.
Yeah.
That was a big feature. It was.
I remember.
Most people around our age, their first DVD player was a PlayStation 2.
Same. Yeah, that's right.
It cost you 200 quid for a DVD player back then, so you might as well just buy a PlayStation.
That was a big thing. It was.
And it was a good DVD player as well.
Yeah.
But Scott, I'll tell you this as well. I'll tell you what game was a guaranteed was a system seller was Metal Gear 2.
Yeah.
Because Metal Gear Solid was such a massive game, and I even remember back in '99 when I was in the Electronics Boutique, and I was looking at the Saturn, because when I saw Soul Calibur, I was like, I wanted that game because I love Soul Blade so much. So I wanted Soul Calibur, and I came very close. But I don't know what it was in my mentality at the time. It was just like I could only have like one system every generation.
Yeah,
like, that was just my mentality at the time. I should have just bought both, but I didn't. And anyway, so I decided to not buy one, just because I knew that Metal Gear 2 was coming out, because they already announced it. So I wanted Metal Gear 2. That's why.
Yeah.
When I got my PlayStation 2, it came with Gran Turismo and 2 other games, and it came with Mission Impossible 2, the movie, and it said in a sticker, plays on PlayStation 2. So they already knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And same as when I got my PS3, it was bundled with movies. I got 3 games and 2 movies. I remember I got X-Men Wolverine and Batman Begins, I think. That was the Blu-rays I got with my PlayStation 3. I'll never forget that. Whereas obviously with Dreamcast, when I got my Dreamcast on launch, I think I got Sonic Adventure, because I thought it would be another Sonic 2D-ish kind of game, or like 3D World one.
That game looked amazing to me back in the day. That game looked amazing. Like, I remember seeing that ad with where he's being chased by the killer whale.
Yeah.
Like that, I remember that looked awesome to me. That was like proper next gen to me.
And I got Blue Stinger with it, which I quite enjoyed. Blue Stinger, because it was.
I hear that's a good game.
It was like yeah, it's like Resident Evil-ish kind of like thing. And I think I had Sega Rally. Oh yeah,
They
Well,
Sega
still
Rally.
like 3 original games.
Yeah, see, Virtual Fighter 3T.
Yeah.
I think I had Soul Calibur as well. I think that's what I got. And Soul Calibur for me is like arcade perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! It's better than the arcade.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, you know, and I just wish we got more out of Sega after that. Unfortunately, we didn't.
I personally feel when Xbox came out, that basically just knocked Dreamcast out of the running completely.
They knew that with Microsoft coming into the market, they didn't stand a chance. And with their CD format,
Didn't they already found her?
Pardon?
They stopped producing Dreamcast when Xbox came on the market.
Yes.
Did they?
Yeah.
As soon as they knew
Yeah.
that Microsoft were coming out, that was it. They stopped producing Dreamcasts because they knew there wasn't room for free for 4 consoles technically, and they, you know, they're what Sega were very arrogant in thinking that the format that they spent a lot of money on is it called the GD-ROM? Because
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wanted to be
GD-ROM,
so
is it?
strong with
Wasn't sold on it.
piracy.
And as soon as that was cracked, which was like about 18 months into the Dreamcast life, it just completely destroyed it because you could just burn the games so easy.
Yep.
And it's that factor, the fact that the games were being burnt, so they weren't making any money, and they didn't have a DVD player. And then Microsoft, how big Microsoft were back then, to say that they were going to chuck all their billions into a new console. That was
Microsoft
Also-
was clever though, weren't they? Because they used Dreamcast as a tester for the Xbox.
Yes, that was very clever marketing because the Dreamcast was the first console to have Windows as an operating system in it.
Yep.
And the Dreamcast was so ahead of its time. It really was. You know,
But again,
online gaming.
but you know what? But it's got nothing. But like what's been proven over and over again, it isn't always about the hardware. It's
No.
software sells. Software sells systems. And I'll say this every time. You can't. It's like how was it? Despite the everyone knows the PlayStation 3 came out of the gate at a really bad start. Really bad start.
Really bad.
But by the end of its life, you know, it caught up because the games were coming out, the really strong games, and it just proves that it's not necessarily about the hardware. And this is what always bugs me when people talk about, even today, they're talking about, oh, the Xbox Series X is. I'm like, no, it's about hardware. Like, and listen, I'm not a Sony fanboy. I will get an Xbox if I see one, but I don't see the games. I don't see the games. That's what you need is games. Like you need exclusives as well. Really good exclusives that's going to capture people. You could shout specs at me all day long, but if you don't have the software for it, it means nothing to me.
Nintendo have proven that, haven't they? Nintendo
Massively
now.
Man, listen. Well, I've got to say so. When the Wii first came out, I completely dismissed it. Right, I completely dismissed it, and I thought that is a load of shit. Nintendo have dropped the ball, and I've got to say, the more I learned about the Wii and what the target they were going for, I thought fucking genius because they can't compete with Microsoft and Sony, so they didn't even try.
No,
They went in a completely different direction, and they're still here.
Yeah,
you know.
Such
They
a great
fumbled
marketing machine.
Yeah, they fumbled with the Wii U, but that's just down to poor marketing. But you know, look at the Switch. The Switch is like one of the most successful consoles.
but the Switch, where Nintendo were clever, is the Wii U was a good idea. And
It was.
They just
Poor
shuffled
marketing.
it around a little bit for the Switch. The Switch is like the Wii U done properly.
Yeah, it just
And-
wasn't implemented very well, was it?
And also, it was just poor marketing as well because it targeted mostly a casual audience. A lot of them don't know, couldn't tell them. Well, what's the difference? What's a Wii U? They thought it was the same thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, I only bought my Xbox One for Halo, Gears of War, and Dead Rising 3 because Dead Rising 3, I think it is the only one that's not on PlayStation.
Listen, Xbox One, the original Xbox, I will say hands down, it's got a fantastic library.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Straight up and down. You will hear me criticize other Xbox systems for whatever. I'll never shit on the original Xbox.
No,
That's that system, hands
Strong
down. I've seen the
support
games
from
for it.
Sega as
Some
well.
amazing exclusives. Some
Yeah,
amazing
it's brilliant.
exclusives.
again, my Xbox original, I bought it for Halo. I didn't know about Halo, but it looked awesome. And even now, if there's an Xbox game that's also on the PS2, I will play it on the Xbox original.
Yeah.
I won't play it on the PS2. So,
Because they run better, and I'll admit that as well.
yeah.
I'll say PS2, because one thing I never liked about PS2 is that the I don't know, it was always kind of had like a very grubby look to it, like a sort of dark and sort of brownish look to it. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, where's the colours, man? Like, I want this to like the pop. There were some games that they did, of course, but like most games will have this kind of uglyish, brownish, dark look to it. Whereas Xbox games I always thought was very bright and colourful, and it just bugged me about PS2 to this day, you know. And I love my PS2, but that's one of the biggest criticisms I have of it. Like the games, a lot of the games were always dark, always look dark and didn't look very nice. Personally, that's what I always felt.
The PS2 does for me, where the as much as PS2's got a lot of love, there's so much shit on the PS2. Yeah, every console has that. Every console has that. But with the Xbox, I think their library.
There was no quality control, was there?
Yeah, and I think that's the same now with the PS3, PS4, unfortunately, and it will be with the PS5. There's a lot of, but then even to be fair, Xbox One's the same. There's a lot of shit on Xbox One. Like you go see
the Switch is a lot of shovelware as well.
Yeah,
a lot of shovelware on Switch.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I think that's just what it is. I mean, but
they need that seal of approval, don't they? They need to bring that back.
The old classic Nintendo seal, mate. But it's one of those. I think Xbox original for me is great. Battlefront 2 on that. I love playing Battlefront Star Wars on that console. And I mean, I played through Shenmue 2 on Xbox as well. I didn't play on the Dreamcast because I just felt the Xbox was, again, like you said, Rob, was smoother when I was playing it. It felt better. So,
Outrun as well. Outrun 2.
Outrun's classic.
On the
Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to think, right? I've only played the Xbox, the OG Xbox, a handful of times, and when I used to hear a lot of people say like, "Oh, it runs better" and all this and that, I thought that was just Xbox fanboys. I thought that's just Xbox fanboys hyping themselves up, whatever. And then I actually had the opportunity to sit down and play it, and I'm not even going to lie, my jaw dropped a little bit because it was like from the off, I could see the difference.
Yeah,
and I got to
for
admit,
modding
like I was
as well.
Huh?
Good for
Say
modding
again?
as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean that was afterwards. But like at the time, during its era, like I was kind of shocked by how good the Xbox looked. The games looked on it.
a really powerful console, which we didn't really see its true power because they brought the 360 out. Microsoft said the original Xbox was just an experiment. That was just the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Really good out the gate though. They came out strong. They came out swinging.
yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy to go up against well-established brands like Nintendo, Sega, and Sony. Right out the gate.
Again,
That's hard.
Pots of money, big deep pockets help.
Yes,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah. Well, they had strong third-party support.
Gentlemen, we've been on for 2.5 hours, which is flown by. To be fair, flown by.
You've been on for 2.5 hours. I've been stuck for about an hour trying to get it on.
You got on the end, so that's good. So
We've got it.
I enjoyed my canny roll earlier.
You're always here, mate. What we're gonna do? I'm just gonna say goodbye to everyone. I'll drop you out individually, and then I'll say goodbye to everyone else because I'm gonna go have a cup of tea or something before I go to bed. I need to do something because I come home, had my bath, and I come straight on here. So I'll say to Scott first. I'll say, Scott, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, mate.
If anyone wants some of Scott's treasures, please DM him through his YouTube channel, or if you've got his number, obviously, if he's giving it to you or whatnot, then message him. That'd be great because obviously there's a lot of stuff. You had a lot of good stuff, and again, a lot of people will want that stuff. So let's see what happens with that. Maybe there'll be something come out of that.
They can also get hold of me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook a lot. With
yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
legend.
Yeah, Scott, mate, your channel's great. I love watching your content.
Fantastic channel.
Great channel. I think, like I said before, we are spoiled in this community with some great YouTubers, like yourself as well. I haven't met you personally yet, but again, I'm sure I will once all this.
We will do, definitely.
So thank you. Anything you want to say, Scott, before you go?
Just everyone stay safe, stay positive, That's what you got to do. And we're going to have a good Christmas. And next year, there's going to be loads of meetups.
Yep.
And we're just going to go wild. We're going to go mad when this lockdown's over with and we can all meet up, have a few beers. It's going to be great.
I think the policemen will be busy. The old police will be busy. All the fucking...
They are at the moment on the Isle of Wight. With the pubs being open.
But no, Scott, thank you very much, mate. And I'll speak to you soon. You're a legend, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Take care, Scott.
All right, bye.
So that was Sega Zombie. So great YouTube channel. Obviously, mainly Sega, obviously, as you can tell by Sega Zombie. James.
Absolute pleasure, mate.
As always, I always message you and you're always more than humble to come on and chat and whatnot. So I really appreciate it.
Really enjoy it, mate. Really do.
Was it this week or last week now? Because we're Sunday. You reached. Was it how many subscribers did you get over now? I saw you put a post up.
Yeah, 250. I'm 260 now. Hello.
Oh, we've lost Lee.
Oh, is it come back?
Come back.
Fucking internet, mate.
We lost you for a minute, Lee.
No, bro, I'm here, man. James, sorry. How many subscribers did you go? Was it? I can't remember what it was now. You had during the week.
I'm on 260 now.
Good. You deserve more, mate. You've got a great channel, great personality.
Look, I'm. If I get more, brilliant. I'm quite happy with what I've got. I enjoy putting out my rubbish for people to watch. People seem to enjoy it.
Nice.
And I'm getting the missus involved now, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, like I said to you, I messaged you. I said my missus will only come on if it's Crime Watch, because that's the only way she'd be on TV. She told me she wouldn't be on TV in any other way. So Crime Watch. So as always, James, thank you, and I always will have you back on. More than happy to have you back on. So anything you want to say, fella, before I let you go?
Just take care, everyone. Keep social distance. This will be over. This will be over at some point. Just carry on doing what you need to do.
Fuck you. James, thank you very much, man. You take care, fella. Yeah.
Take care, guys. See you later, Rob.
Take care, brother. Have a good one.
See everyone.
See you later, man.
And as always, Rob, it's always me and you in the end, brother.
That's right, bro.
Always
man.
me and you, man.
It was great. It was great being on, man. We finally got here. It took a minute, but I don't know what happened, man. But
it was at the bottom of my screen. All the people pop up in it, like on chat and what. Like I can see everyone. And you wasn't popping up. I'm thinking, you ain't fucking there.
No, do you know what? But you know what? In the end, I didn't know that's what you would like. That was the situation. I thought you were just waiting to let Scott do his thing, and then you're just gonna gradually bring us in. But we're almost an hour in, and I was like, he still hasn't brought me in. I'm like, what's going on? No, because I didn't know. I stayed quiet. I stayed quiet for the longest time. I was just waiting. And I thought you had me just waiting to bring me in, but nothing was happening. I was like, what's going on? It's all good, man. It's all good.
But listen, as usual, man. Every time you're on, you've always got great things to talk about, and we had a great chat about. And do you know what I mean? And everyone, and that's again what I want the community to be like, and it's great. And like I said, you haven't got to come on and swap anything. It just made it better that you're on because people like your channel, they like what you got to say, and you're the gentle giant.
Well, because I was, I was concerned. I thought I don't really have any trades. I thought maybe I should just, take myself out and let someone else take my spot. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I said because I know you said you wanted me on anyway, so I thought, fair enough. I'll oblige you.
I want you next week.
Yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play.
I have I had a lot of people message me, said they want to come on. I had about, no words, I had about 13 people, right? And I thought, fuck, 13 people. And then it dwindled down to about 8. And then where you can only have 6 people on, I just said, look, I'll have you on next week. Because the 6 we had with me, you, Scott, Bear, James, we had a good chat, loads of comments in the stream. And so that's what people want to see. So, again, this is just, hopefully there'll be some trades coming out of this, especially from what Scott had. And at the same time, I mean, Russ had that little retro Galaxy 1000 Invader thing, whatever it was. So anything from you, fella? Anything you want to say before you go?
I'll just say, just stay tuned to my channel. I've got a really good Switch collection update coming very soon. I'll probably film that tomorrow. And just stay tuned to my channel. I'll be putting out a bit more content. I won't leave it so long between videos. But I also don't want to like overstuff as well. You know what I mean? Like keep them spread out and stuff. You know. But cool. Just letting people know that I'm going to be a little bit more active on YouTube a bit more, and it's just nice to communicate people whichever way. Because obviously most people have seen that I'm on Facebook, you know, so like people can see me there. I like chatting to people on Facebook and stuff, so it's I just like engaging a bit more with the community, however which way. And just let everyone know as well. I know some people have put some videos out, and I've got you all on my watch later list. And because so many people put so many videos out at once, it's hard to keep up with every single one of them. So I've got a whole list. I'm going to go through a bunch of people, so you'll expect a comment or some form of me. Like I'm there. I'm just scrolling down as fast as I can and watching what I can. It's difficult.
Too many good channels to keep up with, mate. Too many good channels to keep up with.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for real.
Well, Rob, listen, mate. I'll speak to you, and thank you for reminding me about Cyber City. I bought it last night.
Oh, let's put that out there right now. Cyber City is available on Blu-ray to pre-order. It comes with the CD soundtrack. Make sure you all buy that shit.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, listen, again, thank you, Rob. You take care, fella. I'll speak to you soon.
Take care, man. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Have a good guys. Bye-bye.
Fucking hell, another like 2.5 hours chatting. Yeah, so Cyber City Uedo 808 is now out to pre-order on Blu-ray from all anime, something. If you Google it, you'll find it. It's pre-ordered now, so I've already got it. It comes with the soundtrack. The soundtrack's about £50 on eBay if you was to buy one of the older ones, so that's good. So yeah, another good stream. Lots of nice comments and people going in and whatnot, talking. Some great stuff there from Sega Saturn Lad. There's too many Scots and Segas. This is fucking bullshit. Sega Zombie, some great stuff. Hopefully, maybe some deals going through with Rob and Scott, who knows, and obviously some Wii games going up to Mr. Bear. But yeah, if anyone's looking for anything, DM those people. Next time I'm on, I'll bring some stuff myself. Literally, like I said, I got home from work and just had a bath and jumped straight on here. So, thanks to everyone who's in the comments. Good, yeah, I like this one. My good friend Pete, yeah, that's good, mate. It's like I say, well, you know how much I love Cyber City, yeah, so that's great. So look, guys, thanks for watching. Again, like I said, DM the people if there's anything you're after, and then I'll see you maybe next week for another swap shop. Take care. Bye-bye.